Wonderful raffle. If you donate $150 or more with a credit card today, you're going to be entered into the raffle for a Big Green Egg 13-inch Mini-Max. Ooh. It's a charcoal Kamado grill and smoker. We think we're pronouncing that correctly. Kamado. Big Green Egg. Kamado. It's a grill and a smoker, so you got to sort of know what you're doing, but I'm sure it comes with instructions. Or we'll just get a dude to do it. They grill. You can grill, roast, smoke, sear, or bake. The egg absolutely does it all. It's huge. It's heavy. It's beautiful. The drawing for the winner will be held this coming Monday, 11:45 in the morning, live on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page.
Yeah. And just a quick reminder that we're going to be taking your pledges today, right? Yes. And if you want to pledge in honor or in memory of an animal, we'll be reading those later on. So if you want to hear your pet's name on the air, make sure to start calling in and donating online. But the SPCA Cincinnati celebrated, can you guys believe this? Its 150th anniversary. 150th. Yes, last year. So right now we want to take a look at some of the anniversary celebrations.
SPCA Cincinnati is Cincinnati's hometown humane society, and they're celebrating 150 years, and that's just amazing.
The partnership with the SPCA has been by far one of the best partnerships that we have been able to be a part of.
With a generous grant from our Red Rover, we are able to provide a safe place here at the SPCA for survivors of domestic violence.
Hi everyone, it's time for our Medical Monday Pet of the Week. This is Blue, Valvoline and Pennzoil. So this is Skipper, Joe Burrows. Pac-Man Jones, we call him PJ.
I'd like to recognize the SPCA of Cincinnati for its 150th anniversary. Each year, the organization positively affects the lives of over 12,000 animals through pet adoption and owner adoption programs. I commend the organization for its dedicated service to the community and to ensuring animal welfare.
Okay. Joining us here is Joelle Ragland, who's our board chair, recently elected. And Joelle is the first woman chair in the 150-year history of the SPCA. Congratulations, Joelle.
Thank you, Mike.
Quick question. What drew you to the SPCA to begin with?
Yeah, so initially it's my unhealthy love for dogs. And then a friend invited me to a Furball, and I said, well, of course I'm going to go to an event called the Furball. How can you not go to an event called the Furball? And I had so much fun, and then I really got educated on all the things that SPCA Cincinnati does for our community, and I knew I had to be involved.
Great, that's awesome. Well, you know, we've got, we're starting on our next journey, next 150-year journey.
Mm-hmm.
How do you and the board see our role in the community going forward?
Yeah, good question. I think we want to continue to be a driving force for animal welfare. We want to promote the humane treatment of all animals. We want to strengthen the human-animal bond, and as well as eliminate pet overpopulation. And we have so many programs and initiatives for the community, and we have even more coming out in 2024. But we are touching so many aspects of our community, from children to seniors to pet owners, military vets, people who are domestic abuse survivors living in the shelter, as well as other animal shelters. So we have a lot going on.
A lot going on,
Yeah.
yes. And again, couldn't do all that without your support and the board's support, but it definitely, the folks out there in the viewing audience, the donations that are coming in today will help us with those programs. And you'll see over the next 2.5 hours all those programs and how we're really helping the community. So thank you, Joelle.
Thank you, Mike.
We appreciate you. And now, I think we're going to toss to a video.
Hi, my name is Marie Catanzaro, and I am the IAMS brand representative, here to talk to you about why we sponsor SPCA Cincinnati. I'm also here with my dog, Franklin, who's excited to be here as well. We sponsor SPCA Cincinnati because this hometown humane society does some incredible work for the community. Not only finding homes for homeless pets, but also providing community services like spay and neuter programs, vaccination clinics, as well as humane education. SPCA is not only here to provide a better world for pets, but a better world for people. So here at IAMS, we feed all of the pets here at SPCA Cincinnati, and we've been doing it for several decades. We believe it's very important to have quality nutrition while these pets wait for their forever homes. Quality nutrition includes not only innovation, but clinical research over 80 years to ensure that our formulas are meeting the unique needs of pets. Unique needs can include whether you adopt a puppy or kitten, a senior pet, a large breed or a small breed, or a cat with long hair or short hair. IAMS has formulas to meet each of their unique needs and make sure they can live their happiest and healthiest lives. It's really important for the Cincinnati community to support SPCA Cincinnati because of all of the wonderful programs and services that SPCA Cincinnati provides to the public. If you think about just the pets that need forever homes, humane education, spay and neuter programs, vaccination clinics, and just general overall creating a better world for pets, it's really important for that public to support SPCA Cincinnati so they can continue their great work in the community. So we hope that you join us in supporting SPCA Cincinnati. Any amount would be wonderful to give to help support the pets in need in our community. Thank you for listening and participating in the Adopt a Pet telethon. Thank you.
Special thanks to IAMS. They've been a great supporter of ours for over 28 years, pretty much the time we've been doing the telethon. They supply us with food, they do sponsorships, etc., so we can't say enough good things about them. Also want to thank the Gilligan family of brands, Dunkin, Go Shell, and Popeyes. We'd also like you to know that we have a 4-star rating on Charity Navigator. That's the highest rating a nonprofit charity can have. You know, over 80 cents of every dollar given to us goes to the animals.
That's awesome.
Here, so we're very proud of that. And every dollar that you donate today or any time during the year stays here in Cincinnati. It doesn't go anywhere else. So it cares for the animals here in the community. So please donate. Call 513-542-7722 and give us some money.
Well, we'd love to meet some of the little dogs that are right back here. Miss Denise is here. Come here, Denise. Denise Jones. Denise, who do you have?
I have Cupid just in time for Valentine's Day. So this little hunk is only 7 weeks old. 7 weeks old. So he's going to be a biggin. So hey, up for adoption today at 1 o'clock here at 11900 Conway Road. Come out and get this. This is a master mix. Only 7 weeks old.
You know, Chris, he smells like a puppy, too.
Well, I would hope so. Yeah. He's got his midnight in Sharonville cologne on.
I love that puppy smell. Tell people where they can adopt again today.
Yeah, all the animals today available for adoption at 1 o'clock today when we conclude the Adopt a Pet here at SPCA Cincinnati. We're on Conway Road, 11900 Conway, right here in Sharonville. And if more than one person is interested in adopting a specific pet, we'll have a drawing, a little lottery, if you will.
And you have his brothers and sisters back there, right?
We have 3 more brothers and sisters ready for adoption today. If you're looking for a big dog, we have them today.
How about somebody come and take them all?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I'll deliver.
Very good.
Chris, I noticed that you have that puppy smell as well.
He does.
I did shower this morning.
Don't you love that puppy smell?
Yes.
Puppy breath, puppy
Yes.
smell? I don't know what that smell is. I don't really
I have to go
know,
out.
but-
I have to go outside. You have to take me outside.
We have turf right here. This needs a potty break.
Well, and I believe joining us now is one of my favorite people in the whole world, Judy Recker.
Yay, Judy!
Yeah.
I'm going to have to borrow your mic, David.
Here, David.
I should have. Come on up, Judy.
Oh, Judy.
Judy, I can't say enough about what Judy has done for us, continues to do for us. Judy's on our board of trustees. Really got the Furball to where, on its way to where it is today. Can't thank you enough for that.
Me and a lot of other folks.
Yeah, I know, and I'll be thanking them throughout the show too. Diane Corman, of course. I think you'll hear from her, and Joelle was part of it too. But you've been with us a long, long time, and giving us.
Don't go into years.
We're both young. We're what, 39? Okay, yeah. So.
You're right.
and sponsoring events, etc. So thank you so much for everything you do for us, Judy.
I love doing it.
And thank you for this awesome check, $5,000. Appreciate it.
Aww. Are you satisfied with this?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not really a check, Mike, but
I can't take it to the bank. Okay.
I'm glad you're happy with it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You are quite
Do you want to say anything?
Just that I have a few interests in my life, and one of the primary interests, along with my family, is animals. And this gives me a great opportunity to be with animals and to do whatever I can to help.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Judy, wait, is it cats or dogs?
Oh, yeah. Which does it go to, Judy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, team cat or team dog?
Oh, this could really tip things.
50-50 on them?
Oh, Judy.
Good answer.
True politician.
Good answer.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Judy.
We have a surprise guest?
Oh.
Tell
I
us.
like
We gotta
this
tell
guest.
us.
I feel like I'm at Disney.
Well, talk about puppy smell.
Oh, good catch, puppy.
Good job.
Yeah.
Athletic, too.
Okay, so what do we
thank
have?
Oh, my God.
We've got a
There's
Dunkin
real
delivery.
donuts in here.
There's actual donuts.
give me one.
Oh my! Ooh, what is that? That looks delicious.
I don't know. Here, let me try
Here
it
you
out.
go. You try it out. Make sure that they're real.
Taste test.
Oh, they're real.
And they're spectacular.
I had mine before we went on air.
Oh, can I?
Oh, that's
Thank you.
pretty.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
I'll take this
Duncan.
one. Thank you very much. Sprinkles.
I'd like
my
to say that you
personality.
should not be feeding
I'll try this
donuts
one
to
here.
your
Thank you.
dogs or your cats.
No, not
Just
at all.
IMs, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. You know, Mike, you look great for 150 years old. I have to say.
All right. And before
you wouldn't believe how many times I've been told that this last year.
Don't look a day over 149.
And before I can take a giant bite of this donut, SPCA partners with other animal welfare groups across the country, and one of those organizations is the Bissell Pet Foundation. Let's take a look at that partnership.
The partnership between BPF and Cincinnati SPCA began when we recognized that they were compassionate and they were experts in their field. We invited them to be a part of our National Alliance Group to help us address disaster and crisis for animal shelters. Mike and his team have the same philosophies that we have around pets and community, so it was just a natural partnership. Why is it important to have these partnerships? Because having state-level leaders like Cincinnati SPCA helps animal shelters locally and nationally. We call upon our partners during crisis and disaster, and also for mentorship and training. There is no single organization that can reach every shelter in the country. For example, if Ohio was experiencing the aftermath of a tornado, we would call upon the Cincinnati SPCA team for guidance on where assistance is needed. All the same time, when disaster strikes another area of the country or a shelter is in need, the Cincinnati team has the staff and expertise to help. There's no better way to help shelters than through shelter-to-shelter partnerships.
I am? Okay, right now?
Well, SPCA Cincinnati recently honored with the Bissell Pet Foundation Shelter Hero Leadership Award. This award acknowledges the strength, determination, and compassion of animal shelter leaders who go above and beyond the call of duty.
And joining us now to talk more about their work with the Bissell Pet Foundation, Humane agent Brandon Corcoran. Am I pronouncing that right? Corcoran. Brandon, sorry about that. Director of Operations, Denise Jones, as well. Denise?
Hello there. You know, the Bissell Foundation, we went to Louisiana and we helped the shelters, more part of shelter to sheltering. Brandon, Chief Corcoran and I went down there and I helped more with the management side of it. And we used our expertise to help them. They were short on management, so I helped them manage the facility while we were down there. And Chief Corcoran?
One of the things I got to help with was to bridge the communication gap between local law enforcement and animal control. They were newly appointed to the positions. I was also able to help them get the citations issued so that they can write them in the field, give some tips and points on how to approach animals in different situations.
That is tough work that you do, really, and we're so grateful that there are people like you that are willing to go into situations that are unknown, really. Mm-hmm. I bet you've seen some really horrific things, mm-hmm. and we're grateful that you're there to take care of business.
You know, one of the other things that we were able to help them with while we were down there is to transport 40 dogs out of their facility. They were overcrowded, so we helped transport 40 dogs of theirs out of the facility to another state. That also helped them out a lot there while we were there.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, real quick, that's part of our Shelter to Shelter program, where we're helping out shelters that are out in the country, don't have resources, etc. You'll learn more about that as we go on through the program, and part of that program really is the using our expertise, giving them SOPs, really helping them run the facility, and you'll learn more about that again coming up shortly. But
I think we're ready to talk to Dr.
I have a good team.
Yeah, Dr. Smith's going to talk about that right now, I think. You can give that mic to her. Yeah. So as Mike was saying, another way the SPCA Cincinnati partners with animal welfare groups is through the Shelter to Shelter program. And this program works to transfer animals from shelters that are overwhelmed or have limited resources to make sure the animals get all the help that they need. And joining us now is the SPCA's Vice President of Medical Services, Dr. Jennifer Smith. Good morning. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm sure you're very busy. So what can the SPCA offer other shelters through that Shelter to Shelter program?
This is an amazing program. Through the Shelter to Shelter program, you know, there are thousands of animals every year that are put to sleep at other facilities simply because they run out of room. Right. So through our program, every single animal that we take from one of those shelters is literally a life being saved. But we also see places that have the room, but they don't have the resources or the manpower to handle things. One great example is we have this amazing foster team here that hand bottle feeds hundreds of baby kittens every year. And that's just something, all that hours and hours of manpower that other shelters wouldn't have. And then things that I'm more personally dealing with are things like veterinary care. A lot of rescues don't even have any veterinary, people on staff. So we're providing things like basic spays and neuters, or they're reaching out to us when there's animals that have more extreme medical need, that there's just more than they could handle.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs. Well, I lost one last week. He was 14 years old. But 2 that I've adopted from SPCA that were from that program, that you guys had gone to a rural shelter and rescued them, and then brought them here, and then I was able to adopt them and find them here. So you saved their lives. So you have another example of those partnerships with a pair of dogs named Skipper and Gilligan. What can you tell us about them?
Skipper and Gilligan, these are one of our dramatic cases. These dogs were picked up on the street by the local dog warden. They were emaciated, starving, and they reached out to the SPCA because they knew these dogs were going to need a lot of work and it was more than they could handle. Skipper and Gilligan both had a disease called babesia. It's something that's typically found in fighting pit bull rings. It's a very life-threatening disease where it attacks their red blood cells and platelets. So thankfully we were able to provide them treatment for that disease. It's several $100s just for the medication alone and takes months. And then after all of that, it turns out that Gilligan also had a heart valve that wasn't opening properly. So he had survived the babesia only to have a very poor prognosis because he was going to go into heart failure quickly. But we got him to a cardiologist. He had a procedure on his heart to open that heart valve. And thankfully, he is expected to have a normal lifespan. So, I mean, these dogs were just dying on the street, and we were able to save their lives. But again, that took months. It took thousands of dollars, and we would only have that because of a fundraiser like this.
Right, and I think that's something people don't realize, all the time and energy and effort and money you put into these animals that you rescue. It's just amazing. It's an incredible work. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Awesome
Thanks.
Yeah. Mike, I know that the SPCA also has a partner with the Bracken County Animal Shelter. And not only does the SPCA help out Bracken County with its animals, but also I understand they did a complete facility refresh. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, actually, one of our board members, Dr. Peter Campbellos, grew up in that area and brought it to our attention that it's a country shelter, overcrowded, again, euthanizing animals that don't necessarily need to be with help. So we went down and started pulling dogs, and mostly dogs, a few cats, and getting others to pull or whatever. And we're like, well, that's kind of putting a Band-Aid on a problem. Let's see if we can do a little more. And you can see photos up there of we actually did a fix-up, cleanup of the shelter, kind of a remodel, if you will. Shared our SOPs, fundraising ideas, how to recruit volunteers, etc. How to actually deal with the the local authorities or whatever, get more money in to support their efforts. So proud to say that they are a no-kill shelter at this point.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and they're beginning to stand on their own 2 feet. And I was going to have Dr. Campbellos with us here today, but he had something pop up with the family. So we're filling, we have a fill-in.
I'm Julie.
Julie is presenting us a check to help us continue the efforts for Shelter to Shelter. So thank you, Dr. Campbellos, if you're listening, and thank you, Julie, for coming here and presenting the check to us.
Thanks.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Great job. Thank you.
$5,000. That is great.
Yeah, Dr. Campbellos, again, very generous man. Has been supporting us from day one when he came here. So thank you so much.
I'm assuming that $2,500 for cats, $2,500 for dogs.
No, we didn't ask. Julie?
He's a board member, so he's going to be politically correct here.
Center, yeah.
Team
Right
cat
down
or team dog?
Oh!
Okay, dogs
Keeping
is
it
a
together with
lead.
dogs. Okay.
We'll have to get a determination on that from the judges. And if you donate $150 or more, by the way, with a credit card, you're going to be entered to win that in the raffle for the big green egg 13-inch Mini Max, which is great. I always make enough for the fire department because they always show up when I cook. It's a charcoal Kamado grill and smoker, and it comes with an easy grip carrier. And the drawing for the winner is going to be held Monday morning, 11:45, live on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page.
Oh, Paige, there we go.
What a segue.
There are many ways that you can donate: calling, online, text, and even using this QR code. So basically, you just put your phone up to the screen, take a picture of it, and it'll take you exactly to where you need to be. It's the greatest thing. My dad loves them. Just kidding. But he knows how to use them.
Speaking of money, we have some donations here. We got some. Here we go.
Get it rolling.
Mary Jo Ross from Cincinnati, $100 in honor of her pets: Sparky, Pudgy, Petey, Muffin, Brownie, Tootsie Roll, Rocky, Max, Snickers, and Chauncey.
That's a lot of pets.
Chauncey. And Chris Neal, thank you so much, from the beautiful town of Bethel, in memory of Murphy. $25.
All right. I got a couple here quickly. Sandra Howard of Wilder, $25. That's in honor of Sonny Morris, Smokey, and Pixie. Always love these names. Marilyn Brower from Lawrenceburg watching this morning. Thank you for your $150 donation in memory of Colby. And that's all I have.
All right. And I have a donation from Deborah Duvall in Cincinnati in memory of the two best cats in the world, Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark. And also a $20 donation from Fayette, Ohio, in honor of Patches, Midnight, and Smokey. Aww. I love you.
I've got a $100 donation from Renee LaFave from Cincinnati. Thank you, Renee. And Mary Bellamy from Westchester, $15. Thank you. It all helps.
Okay, I got a couple more here. Susan Offert from Cincinnati, $20.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Susan. And Gail Madden from Cincinnati, $5.
All right.
And I have one. Oop, that one escaped. Let's see, who do we have here? Oh, okay. No, that one wasn't another one. But I do have one. Someone actually stopped by the station this morning. Her name is Eileen. She's a longtime Local 12 fan. And she stopped by and stuffed $5 in my pocket. Just to give on behalf of her dog Mocha. Or cat Mocha, excuse me.
Mocha.
Yeah.
A vote for the cat. That is
$5.
sweet. Unbelievable.
And every $5 counts.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does. Just call 513-542-7722. And we're going to hear from our good friends at the Gilligan family of brands, which is Dunkin, GoCo Shell, and Popeyes.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm the general manager at the Dunkin Tri-County. We just had our grand reopening day and had a event with the SPCA, and I just adopted Helga to take home with me. Yay! Isn't that right? Yeah. And I just wanted to adopt and support the SPCA.
Hi, I'm the GM over at Popeyes in Tylersville. My name is Ben Freeland, and we are proud sponsors of the SPCA.
Hi, my name is Corey, and I have a dog named Miko. I love supporting the SPCA.
Hi, my name is Holly. I'm the district manager for the Dunkin over here in Tri-County. I wanted to speak a little bit about the SPCA and how much I love them. I took my kids about 9 years ago to the SPCA in Cincinnati, and they let me walk all the dogs around and pet all the cats to see which one was the best fit for my kids. That's why I love them, and I'll always support them.
My name is Melanie Blumenthal, and I'm with the Gorilla Glue Company, and I'm so excited to talk about our partnership with the SPCA of Cincinnati. One of the favorite programs at Gorilla Glue is when the SPCA brings the dogs over to the office so that we can walk them and we get to socialize with each other and with the dogs. We know how important it is for dogs to socialize and get some exercise, and our employees look forward to this so much. Every time we have the dogs here at the office, people tell me it's the best part of their day. We can't wait to get outside and just, get some steps in, and also giving back to the SPCA and these adorable dogs. And hopefully we can get some of them adopted. Another program that we do here at Gorilla is we have several organizations that we partner with, and the SPCA is one of them, where people can contribute to the SPCA through payroll deduction. It's a fantastic way for our employees to be giving back on an ongoing basis or a one-time basis. And these are organizations that our employees have chosen themselves. So we present ideas to them, and we know that animal and humane care is super important to our employees. And so we love that we're able to do that for them and for the SPCA. And lastly, we love contributing and helping to sponsor the Furball that happens every year. This past year, we were a sponsor of that program, and we know how important it is to raise funds to be able to continue the amazing services that the SPCA does for our animals in our community. We also donated product for the goodie bags for the folks who attended that event, so it was fantastic. So we just love partnering with the SPCA.
and the VA are currently linking up together every third Friday of the month. The SPCA comes down with their truck full of goodies to the VA on Vine Street, and they just let veterans with proof of service come and help themselves to what they may need for their animals. The veterans love the pantry. I remember the first day that they came down, they were swarmed with veterans just wanting to know more, and the fact they could ask questions to the staff that was with the SPCA, they just absolutely loved it. They were gleaming from ear to ear. The Chow Now pantry has definitely impacted our veterans at the VA. I know that majority of our veterans actually do have service animals, and when they don't have really a set way to get some food maybe at the end of the month or some kitty litter, they know that they can come down to the VA, and the SPCA and the VA partnering together will help them. So if anybody is interested, a veteran is interested and needs some supplies, some food, some kitty litter, some toys, whatever it may be, they are more than welcome to come down to our location on Vine Street every third Friday of the month, and they can meet with the staff, ask questions if they have any questions, and also pick up some goodies for their buddies.
Well, joining us again right now is the Director of Operations, Denise Jones, and we've got Wild Willie down here on the ground. He is a sweet
3-year-old boxer.
He's watching the other puppies right now.
I think he wants to play.
Wants to play.
Wild
He's
Willie.
a 3-year-old boxer up for adoption. But we want to talk about the Chow Now Pantry. During the past few years, the Chow Now Pantry has expanded to several locations, including a recent partnership with Pets in Need. What can you tell us about that?
Pets in Need. We had our grand opening on November 15th. It's right next door to Pets in Need in Laughlin. What it has enabled us to do is open up every other Wednesday to allowing our community to come in and get free dog and cat food every other Wednesday. It also allows us, so far this year, we've given out 2,000 pounds of food there. This year, throughout all of our Chow Now pantries, we've given out 7,000 pounds of food. Last year, total, we've given out 73,000 pounds of food.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I think we're seeing a map right now of some of the locations. So where are the other, you mentioned one in Laughlin, right? Where are the other Chow Now locations?
So we have 7 locations in Cincinnati, one at Teakin Farm, which is in Mount Healthy. We have one in Mason, which is part of the St. Vincent de Paul. We also are at the Kane Ministries, which is in Northside, and then you'll see the other ones that are located on our maps here, and you can also find them on our website.
It's just amazing work, because I know that oftentimes people end up having some people have to give up their pets because they may not be able to afford food. So this is a way that you're keeping pets in homes.
Exactly right. We have a managed admissions program, which means that when they are unable to keep their pet anymore, they will call us and we'll try to provide the nutrients and supplies to keep their pets in their homes so they don't have to get rid of them.
That's great work. Well, thanks for all that you do.
Thank you.
I know that's just one of the many things that you do.
Yes, and now we need to find Wild Willie a home.
Wild
Look how
Willie
good he
needs a home.
is.
Look at this face.
Look how good he is.
Look at him.
He's not that wild.
Puppy on a loose.
He's good. He's a good one.
We have an escapee.
Got a loose puppy.
Uh-oh.
No,
You're
no.
about to see Wild Willie be wild if he gets near that wild puppy.
Okay. He'll hurt him.
Team Dog making a move for Team Dog over here.
Where's Mike?
I tell you.
Back to Mike.
I'm here
Oh,
now.
you're Nikita.
Hey guys,
Okay,
Nikita Gaffney here, in for Mike Retzloff. At this time, we'd like to thank IMS for being the presenting sponsor of our Adoptable Pet Fun Telethon.
Yeah, that's great. And all the animals, by the way, as we mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, available for adoption today at 2 p.m. here at SPCA Cincinnati, 11900 Conray Road in Sharonville. And if more than one person is interested in adopting a specific pet, of course, we'll have a drawing and a lottery, as we always do in such situations.
1 p.m.
Yeah, we're 1
Oh,
p.m.
it says
today.
2 on my card.
It's okay.
Okay.
Sit
1
while
p.m.
Willie.
One
Sit.
or is it two?
It's
2 p.m.
one.
in Newfoundland.
Oh,
1 p.m.
That
here.
says one.
It's one.
It's one.
It's one.
It's one.
It's one. Okay.
It's one. Want to read some pledges?
Yeah.
Beth Limeberger from Mount Orem gave $20. Thank you so much, Beth, in memory of Loki, Bella, and Lily Maximum. Jean Pagnoni of Cincinnati, $100. Thank you so much, Jean. And why don't you read some?
I have Joseph Ross from Cincinnati who gave us $100. We appreciate that generous donation. Mary Jo Farrell of Cincinnati, $100. Says, we've adopted animals from SPCA. Our latest is Lucky in 2013.
Aww.
And I would say very lucky
is
indeed.
lucky.
No, okay. Barbara and James Hill, Cincinnati, $25 in memory of our sister, Honey Angel Lee. And then Alexandra Ragland from Cincinnati, can you say it? $100 in love of the Adopt a Pet telethon.
You know, when a dog starts whining like that, you definitely want to let him down. like Dirk here.
Oh, is that Dirk? Oh, that's the cutest dog.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have Dirk read off.
You want me to hold them? Here, I'll hold them.
Okay, you hold them, Dirk. I'm going to do it in my best Dirk voice.
Okay.
Jody Bond from Cincinnati, $25. Christina Reichman from Cincinnati, $50. Isn't that exactly what Dirk would sound like?
Look at Dirk's underbite, too. Dirk is the cutest. Oh, my gosh.
I'm Dirk.
There you go. That's a good Dirk voice. Thanks to BB Martinez from Fort Wright, $50 in honor of Dina, Gracie Sue, Rudy Tootie, Tucker, Skeeter, Clyde, and Norman. I love those names. And thanks to Velma Lehman from Cincinnati, a $100 donation. Keep those donations coming, 513-542-7722 or online.
Awesome. And I think Mike mentioned some of his favorite people earlier. I have to say where it's at for me is Local 12 and WGRR. Our animals are featured every week on Local 12 and also on WGRR 103.5 every Wednesday morning. And in radio, we love a good segue. And here with us today is Jim Day to talk about our pet segment that went from Frank Friends to Ready, Pet, Go. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and it's so cool to see Chris and Janine here because they did, thank Frank's Friends for how many years did you do that?
Well, about 14, 15.
Something like that, yeah.
14, 15
About
years.
14 years, yeah.
And then they said, well, we're going to retire and enjoy the good life. And I'm like, well, we can't just leave all these dogs, and not have a chance to, for me to pet them in the morning. Because quite honestly, that's the whole reason you did it, right? Was to pet all the puppies.
Absolutely. It was my favorite day of the week.
Oh my gosh. I
My
love Wednesday.
favorite day of the week, that little 5 minutes at 8:12.
All of a sudden, a different dog every week comes in.
Yep,
This is so cool. So we renamed it because since I can't call it Frank's Friends because I never knew Frank, but I know he has a lot of friends. So Ready, Pet, Go is the new name. But the whole point's the same thing. It's all these great dogs come in, and they all have great personalities. They all have their own stories. And I know they're all going to have their own stories in the future, the different families they go to. Because, I've had 6 dogs, I think, that we've adopted over the years.
Absolutely.
And I would just love to find them homes. And that would be the greatest news if, I hear, hey, the dog, like the first dog, it was like this at noon. We went up for adoption at noon, and all of a sudden I saw this Facebook post from you guys at 12:05, adopted. I'm like,
and they're forever home.
yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah, we're truly excited. We got off to a great start this year. And of course, we want to take this moment to thank Chris and Janine for all that they do, because you're not going away.
No,
you're not going away.
We're here right now.
At all. You're going to be with us, volunteering, especially just, for events like this. So thank you for everything that you do.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We love it. As Janine said, every week it was a great thing to do, and I'm so glad that Jim, who's doing a great job in the mornings after us, is continuing the tradition with Ready Pet Go. So it's a great situation for SPCA Cincinnati and WGRR.
I'm just worried for the day that you show up and you have Chris as the one that needs adopted. Janine's like, retirement, I'm done with him.
It's getting close.
Well, she did say I had puppy breath. So,
It's getting close. So I want to know, Jim, have you had the experience of a dog having a little accident in the studio yet?
No accidents yet.
Okay.
Yet. I'm sure another month it'll happen.
It's on its way, guaranteed.
Janine's jinxed it.
Thank you so much, Jim, for joining us today. And do we have more pledges? I think.
Oh,
no?
I have one here. Jamie Godsey from Cincinnati, $20 on behalf of Autumn. Thank you so much, Jamie.
All right. I guess at this time, of course, we have a very special guest with us. Joining us now is Morgan Godfrey and her mother, Jenny. Welcome. Absolutely. So I'm going to put the mic here for us. Do you mind holding that for us? Okay, so Morgan lives on the west side of Cincinnati and has created her own dog bandana and bow tie business. So as you see our pets today, they have on our doggies over here to the right, my right with the children, and the playpen here. She's created those bandanas for us, and with the support of her mom, Jenny. And Morgan has a disability. She struggled with employment, but because of her passion for animals and this business, she's now thriving. So again, welcome. But can you just let us know how you got involved with the SPCA Cincinnati, Morgan?
I got involved with volunteering with the SPCA, and then after COVID,
So Morgan started making the bandanas right after COVID. She learned how to sew, and she's always loved dogs, always had a passion for animals. And I taught her how to sew about 1.5 years ago, and she was making quilts, and quilts are expensive, so we needed to find a smaller project. And so Morgan started making dog bandanas for our dogs, and that led to making them for friends and family. And so the business just took off and grew from there. And so that's led us here today, making the bandanas for the SPCA.
Christy over there. And so we really appreciate your passion for not only just animal welfare, but obviously your new business. So tell us, how has that helped you currently in your life?
So Morgan has a communication disability, and so it's called apraxia, and that creates a disconnect between the brain and the body, and sometimes in speech. And so, times like this, Morgan can become a little nervous, but animals really create a bridge between Morgan and being able to talk to people. And so the business has really helped her in terms of being able to create something that she's very proud of and she's very good at. And, being able to talk to people about that while also being surrounded by animals who relax her and help her address some of her anxiety.
And then with that, can you let us know how people can purchase those bandanas and bow ties?
you can go to my website, Made by Morgan.
And so they're available on a Square site. There's a visual up on the screen now showing a few of her selections. So you can go to her Square site. It's Made by Morgan. She also has a Facebook page called Made by Morgan. And she's also available in several West Side shops. So she's available in Pet One Cincy West. Let's see, Pampered Pets, Doggone Beautiful, and I'm missing one. What's the other one? Don't got it right now. Yeah, so several West Side groomers and shops she's also available in. She also does a lot of craft shows around the city.
Well,
Thank you again. Of course, we saw the Facebook page, so it's not just the website. They can go to the Facebook page as well. Well, thank you for all you do, Morgan, and thank you, Miss Jenny.
Thank you guys, Morgan. And Morgan's bandanas will be modeled by the SPCA Cincinnati animals at this year's Furball. Now, the theme this year is Animal House, sponsored by AMS, specifically no togas, please. It'll be held on Saturday, April 27th at the Sharonville Convention Center. And let's meet this year's Furball chair to learn more.
Hi there, my name is Diane Corman and I'm the chair this year for the Cincinnati SPCA Furball. This is my Furball, Wyatt Earp. This year's event is going to be held on April 27th at the Sharonville Convention Center. Our theme this year is Animal House, so lots of fun, but don't get any funny ideas. We're going to still have cocktail attire and no togas, please, so please keep it classy. We have tickets that go on sale for $350 a piece. Table of 10 is $3,500, and there are plenty of sponsorships opportunities still available. One of the raffles we have in place right now is the beer for a year. You can go to our website to purchase your tickets. They're $25 a piece, spcacincinnati.org. Check it out and buy your tickets. We also are going to be having a trip raffle, which you don't have to be present to win. You can choose from one of the 5. There's Lake Tahoe, there's Hawaii, there's a Caribbean cruise, there's Mexico, and the wine country. $75 a ticket, $100 for 2. So please go online, check that out, and buy your raffle ticket. We also have a special bottle of bourbon, Buffalo Trace. It's a special limited edition. It retails for $6,000. So again, part of the raffle option, $75 a ticket, $100 for 2. Silent auction for the event will kick off a week before the event starts. It's on April the 20th. It'll go for the entire week and it'll close the night of the event, April 27th at midnight. You don't have to be present to win. You can go online, look at all the different fun items that we've been able to secure from our local community and businesses, and see if there's something that you're interested in. We'd really appreciate your contribution. Anything that you donate here locally, Cincinnati SPCA stays here. Your dollars work for this community right here for all the animals that we help to have and find forever homes. The night of the event, the cocktail hour starts at 6 o'clock. It is Animal House themed, so it's gonna be lots of fun. We're gonna have a wine wall and a late night munchie wall that you can go in and purchase, choose your number. We are going to have exciting activities and a DJ at the cocktail hour, so it's going to be a lot of fun, a little different than what we've experienced in the past, but we're hoping everyone can get casual, keep it classy, and have a good time. Immediately following the cocktail hour, we're going to go into the dining area, and it is a full meal. We have some delicious food from the Sharonville Convention Center. We will have a lot of surprise entertainment that I think everyone will be happy that they attend. It'll be an event like you've never before seen for the SPCA Furball. A little bit different, but we're hoping, again, everyone could come and enjoy. We will also have a live auction at the event on stage, so anyone interested in some exciting opportunities and different things that you can't get anywhere else, we hope you attend the event. And we will draw names that night for the raffle. And again, whether you're there or not, we will make sure we get in contact with you. But want to thank everybody, all the local, all the people nationally that have contributed to the Cincinnati SPCA. We so appreciate your contribution and helping all the local animals here. And we hope you have a good night, can join us, and have a great day. Thanks.
Kids and puppies. Doesn't get better than that.
Waving. Okay. I want to do a shout out again to TQL. Great partners. Paying for an adoption a day, that goes a long way to getting our dogs out of here, much faster.
Yeah. Hey, throughout today's telethon, we're going to be talking about a dog named Daisy. Daisy was found in horrific conditions, abandoned by her owner. The owner just tied the dog up to a banister and left. People were walking by Daisy every day, giving her no care whatsoever. We're going to show you a video right now, but we do want to warn you that some of the videos, some of the pictures in it are difficult to watch.
I don't know. Can I look at your teeth? Can I look at your teeth? Huh? Can I look at your teeth?
Oh, honey, we're gonna call you.
Very, very. Okay, let's go ahead.
Joining us now for more on Daisy's story is Humane agent Brandon Corcoran. Wow, those pictures were very, very hard to look at. Yes, they absolutely were. And we could see by the photos that Daisy was in a really bad way. Did that make bringing Daisy to SPCA Cincinnati more difficult for you, Brandon?
No, it actually made it easier for our coworker, Agent Sparks, who was the one who removed Daisy that day. Seeing that the condition she was in, she knew she couldn't leave Daisy like that, so she knew what she had to do. So that made it a lot easier for us to take her.
What was Daisy like at that time when you first? I mean, we saw the pictures, but for you personally,
happy, nervous, surprisingly still trust people.
Yeah.
So she was eager to get out of there.
And I'm sure when she got her first little bit of loving, maybe she felt safe. Makes you want to cry that anybody could treat a dog that way.
It's sad, but it was a good turnaround for her.
Absolutely. Is that something as an agent you go out and investigate situations and try to help these dogs and cats that are in maybe hoarding situations or other types of situations? Is that something you come across a lot?
Yes.
And so, what is it like when you first go in to a home and they realize that you are law enforcement?
It depends. Some of them just need education. Some people get in over their head,
Mm-hmm.
or they did not want to reach out and get some help.
Right, they're embarrassed.
Embarrassed, or it's just too late.
Yeah,
and they need assistance.
Yeah, so if somebody's embarrassed, they can always call SPCA Cincinnati.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Brandon. We're going to be seeing more on Daisy's story throughout the show.
Good.
Thank you for all you do.
Yeah, great job. Humane Society agent Brandon.
Hold on, guys. This just in from the field. A member of Team Cat has entered the trading portal.
What?
And is looking for a new forever home. Denise, who do you have with you?
Just between you guys, she's got nothing in her ear right now.
Paul, don't ruin the illusion.
Okay, I
Hi.
have Doobie.
Oh, yeah, we need to...
Doobie?
Doobie, this is Doobie.
I knew Janine was going to have too much fun with this one. This is Doobie. Doobie is 3 months old. She is a female, and she's ready for her forever home.
She is sweet. And is this
She's
Doobie's
purring.
sibling next to you?
They're Doobie Brothers?
No, they're not the Doobie Brothers. But good. I appreciate the job.
This is actually Bean, like Lima Bean, Pinto Bean, and she is 2 months old.
Bean, and they're not related. Look at them. No. Oh my gosh, how cute are they? I mean, because of course we are having Team Cat versus Team Dog today.
Say hello. Say hello. Yes, Team Cat versus Team Dog. So this is our. There she goes.
There she
She's
goes.
running.
It's hard to
She's
hold the
ready to
kittens.
go.
She's ready to go.
She's
Aww.
adorable.
Yes.
So reminder that, of course, the kittens are available as well today as dogs and cats and full-grown animals as
Yes,
well.
all the animals here at 11900 Conray Road here in Sharonville.
Starting at 1
At 1
p.m. On all the animals that you see here are available for adoption today at 1 p.m. As she said, at 11900 Conray Road. And if more than one person is interested in adopting a specific pet, like Doobie here, a drawing will be held, Mike.
Great, thank you. And that includes the 2 puppies that I had on television this morning on our Saturday morning segment. So don't forget that, 1 o'clock. I want to do a shout out to our silver sponsors also, Dr. Peter Campbellos and Judy Recker. Thank you so much.
All right, and don't forget, if you donate $150 or more with a credit card, you're going to be entered into the raffle for the Big Green Egg 13-inch Mini-Max.
It is big and green.
That's right. Would you show it's a charcoal Kamado grill and smoker. That's right, and it features a calibrated temperature gauge which provides precise readings from 150 to 750 degrees.
That at the weather office, too.
750 degrees. It's a high-pressure system moving through. The drawing for the winner is going to be held Monday morning at 11:45, live on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page.
And that's for barbecuing meats, not for smoking doobies.
That's right.
I wanted to make sure everyone was clear on that.
All right. There's a peace officer coming through with handcuffs.
Officer Corcoran.
Brandon.
Yeah. So, Paul, is that how you predict the weather with that egg thing over there?
Oh, yeah. Well, that and the Doppler dartboard.
Okay.
It's a combo package.
You won't tell. Okay.
Well, I think we're going to.
You got some pledges?
Am I the only one with
Yeah,
pledges?
you're the
I think you are.
Well, I want to do a shout out to a couple board members here.
Let me help you here, Mike.
I got it. There we go. Thank you. Dr. Dave Bauman's here today. I think he's out there watching us.
Yes, he is.
$150 for all the dogs they've adopted from us. Marco, Maggie, Abby, and Daisy.
Aww.
And then Joelle Ragland, the first woman board chair in our 150-year history of the SPCA.
Uh-oh.
She donated $5,000.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
In honor of Izzy and Winnie. Thank you so much to both of you. And now we're going to hear from our friends at GoCo Shell. Hi, Mike Retzloff here, President and CEO, SPCA Cincinnati. I'm here at Gilligan Company GoCo Shell filling up our Humane Education vehicle today. This is where we get 1 penny per gallon pumped. It is actually one of 5 GoCo Shell gas stations in the Cincinnati area where you can go and we get a donation. Last year alone, GoCo Shell gave us over $10,000 through this promotion. And we are so grateful to Gilligan Company for giving back to the community, giving back to the SPCA so we can help homeless animals. Thank you so much.
one. Oh, I know it's weird. You can do it. You got this. You got it. Here you go. Here you go. Go, Charlie. Go, Charlie. Go, Charlie. There he is. Way over right there. Right there. There he is. So, next set of exercises we want to focus on. Front legs on the step, back legs on the floor. Go get him. Go get him, Charlie. Let's go. Come here. You got it. Go get him. Yeah, his nub's going.
All right, well, a lot has happened since last time when we saw Charlie, as you saw in the video there. Let's welcome Brittany Llewellyn and Charlie. Can we have them come out here right now? Let's get a little update.
Charlie,
look at this.
Oh, my God.
He wants to play football.
He wants to play football. Yay.
Oh, here you go.
Good job, Charlie.
It's a first down. Let me move over here real quick. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's great to see you again. Charlie's trying to tackle me, I think, here. So please bring us up to date. A lot has happened since then.
So we officially adopted Charlie back in, I believe, March or April last year, and he is just so great. He makes friends with everyone. He has a girlfriend.
Oh, he's got a
Spicy.
girlfriend.
It's a girlfriend.
Yes,
Spicy.
he does. Yep. He broke down his brother, so now his brother plays with him and all the time.
So that's what he's like at home? That's what goes on?
He always plays. He never stops.
Does he have a favorite toy?
Tug of war.
Tug of war. Likes to...
Anything like that. Yep.
Anything rope and all. And is he like a snuggle? You like to snuggle as well when he's not playing?
Yeah, we get on the floor with him. He loves it. Yeah.
Well, he's very agile and mobile, as we can tell, and he's doing great.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he gets around just fine.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brittany Llewellyn and Charlie.
Yay!
One of the stars of the show here today for the SPCA Adoptable Pet.
How about a big hand for Brittany?
Yeah, thank you, Brittany.
Charlie is so lucky to have her. So lucky
He smells
to have
the
her.
food.
He wants a donut. He wants a Dunkin.
Aww.
Big guy.
Uh-oh. 1 second. He's getting rolled.
Charlie.
In my microphone cord there. I don't
Just one of
There we go.
many
There we
fun
go.
stories.
Absolutely.
That we get to
Absolutely.
Lovable.
talk about
Awesome
at
job.
the SPCA.
Just a quick reminder that when you fill up, check out the Shell stations where 1 cent is donated for every gallon pumped. And that really adds up, believe
That's
it or not.
thousands of dollars. I mean, well over $10,000 over the past couple of years. So, thank you.
Charlie is in the same spot for like 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
Whoa, there he goes again.
Oh.
I jinxed it.
He's all decorated for Valentine's Day.
Beautiful.
If you're watching on Facebook via Local 12 or SPCA Cincinnati, hello! Please share this event with everybody. You know, instant message, spam them, all that kind of thing.
MySpace.
MySpace. If Tom is your friend, Instagram, all that kind of
Or
stuff.
as your mom used to say, my face.
My face.
It's on my face.
And
You got another pledge.
We've got another sponsor, Chamberlain Owen. They're our CPA firm that does our annual audit. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
John Chamberlain, Lori Owen, good friends and just good people. They also sponsor our tabulation room, which I think we have a drum roll here. I think we have our first. All right, 16,590. That's great.
That's wonderful.
Keep it coming.
Now,
we have a couple more hours
Do
yet.
we get the doggy and the kitty breakdown?
Oh,
Not yet.
Not yet. That is coming, though.
Okay.
Come on, cats.
So, for 150 years, the SPCA has been helping and acting on behalf of the welfare of dogs and cats, other animals as well. Let's take a look at a video that'll tell you a little bit more about that.
For more than 150 years, SPCA Cincinnati has been your hometown Humane Society. The mission? To be the driving force in promoting animal welfare, strengthening the human-animal bond, providing humane education, and eliminating pet overpopulation. It's a mission that began in 1873 and it continues today. In 1873, a small group of Cincinnati citizens were concerned about cruelty to animals they saw around them. They formed what would go on to be the SPCA Cincinnati. Working out of a facility downtown on 4th Street, the group was led by E.P. Bradstreet, a prominent attorney who served the SPCA Cincinnati for more than 40 years. Working under the name the Hamilton County SPCA, the organization moved from 4th Street to a facility in Northside in the 1920s. During the 1960s, the foster care program was established. To this day, foster care volunteers provide love and support for animals until they can be adopted. In 1964, ground was broken for a new facility at Northside. The 26,000 square foot building opened in 1965 and would be home to the SPCA for the next 55 years. A few years later, Hamilton County SPCA opened its spay and neuter clinic to be public. It was the first of its kind in the state of Ohio. Veterans have always been an important focus for the SPCA. In the 1980s, free adoptions were established for veterans, a program which continues to this day. As part of the mission to educate the public on the needs of animals, SPCA Cincinnati formed a first-of-its-kind partnership with Cincinnati TV station WKRC Local 12. To this day, the SPCA and its animals are featured twice weekly on Local 12 news programs. In 1995, the Hamilton County SPCA launched its mobile adoption program. It was the first mobile adoption unit in the state of Ohio. The annual Adoptable Pet Fund telethon got its start in 1997 and eventually moved to Local 12. Still ongoing, it is the SPCA's longest-running fundraising event. Another long-running fundraiser, which was known as the Doggy Dash, started out in downtown in the early 2000s. Now known as Tales on the Trail, the annual walk has been successful for more than 20 years. In 2001, the Hamilton County SPCA officially became SPCA Cincinnati. SPCA Cincinnati's largest annual fundraising event began in 2002 as the Valentine Gala. Now known as the Furball, the gala hosts more than 600 guests each year. SPCA Cincinnati made history in 2003. In partnership with the state of Ohio, Governor Bob Taft signed the Ohio Animal Welfare Bill, continuing SPCA Cincinnati's effort to protect the rights of animals. In 2005, SPCA Cincinnati traveled to New Orleans to help animals during Hurricane Katrina. SPCA Cincinnati took in 150 dogs to help clear shelters ahead of the nation's largest animal rescue effort. In 2006, SPCA Cincinnati took to the radio airwaves in what would begin a long-standing friendship with Chris O'Brien and Janine Coyle of WGRR. For more than 15 years, Frank's Friends has featured an adoptable pet on Chris and Janine's Married with Microphones radio show. In 2008, SPCA Cincinnati opened the doors to their second major facility, which is located in Sharonville. The 40,000 square foot space houses kennels, a cat center, a medical clinic, humane education and training areas, offices, and more. Through a donation from the Simmons family, the SPCA Cincinnati acquired 25 acres in Miami Township in 2010. The donation also included barns and a farmhouse. The facility continues to be used as a resource to expand humane education in the community. In 2019, with the generosity of the Joni Bernard Foundation, SPCA Cincinnati updated its feline facility. The space helps rescue thousands of cats a year, including more than 800 kittens who are cared for in the nursery. Witnessing a need for support, the SPCA Cincinnati launched the Chow Now pantry program. It is designed to help pet owners in need with free pet food and resources. Also in 2020, the SPCA Cincinnati completed a year-long renovation and expansion project in Sharonville. The project added 16,000 square feet to the canine unit. This increased capacity helps the SPCA Cincinnati assist in the Shelter to Shelter Rescue Program. The Shelter to Shelter program pulls dogs and cats from shelters with high euthanasia rates. In 2022, 1,200 animals were saved through its program. As one of the many major rescue efforts the SPCA Cincinnati has been part of, 23 dogs were flown in from South Korea to Cincinnati. This saved them from the Korean meat market and found them loving homes in the tri-state. The SPCA Cincinnati continues those rescue efforts. During the past few years, the SPCA Cincinnati has managed rescues and relief from St. Lucia, Hurricanes Ida, Irma, and Ian, as well as tornadoes in Kentucky and beagles from a facility in Virginia. For more than 150 years, the SPCA Cincinnati has been of service to the greater Cincinnati community. And it's all because of the compassion of people like founder E.P. Bradstreet. The SPCA Cincinnati is dedicated to continuing the compassion and dedicated to making a difference for all animals for years to come.
Hi guys, I want to tell you about Daisy's story. Now she's a pretty dramatic case, so some of her stuff might be a little bit graphic and upsetting, so I want to warn you guys ahead of time. On March 8th, our Humane agents got a call about an abandoned dog. We're told that Daisy's owner had gone to jail and he had abandoned the dog. Someone had taken Daisy and tied her with a leash to a stairwell banister in an apartment complex. She sat there with no one taking care of her, people walking by her every day as she was slowly starving to death out there. So thankfully, our amazing Humane agents came. You can see, this was horrible conditions for her to be in. So when she came to us that day, she was just skin and bones. You can see her spine, her hip bones sticking out. I mean, this dog had been starving. When they get this thin and they don't have any fat or muscle, they'll start to get pressure sores, where the bone is pressing against the hard floor where they lay. So I'm going to warn you, this next picture is pretty disturbing. So she's thin. So back here on her hip bone, she had a very deep pressure sore, also called a bed sore, that was so deep and infected. This had to be so painful for her, and she was, again, tied to that banister, so she couldn't do anything but sit there on this horrible wound. So we started to feed her. She was desperate for that food. She was so excited. We wanted to get her a little bit healthier, and we started clearing up that infection. And despite how cruel people were to her, she was just the sweetest little girl. We loved her. She was just a sweet, sweet girl. So once we got the infection cleared up a little bit, that wound was looking a lot better. So we did do surgery on her, and we were able to close this wound. And again, she's continuing to gain weight and get healthier.
2, 1.
That's tough to watch, and it must be, I'm sure tough to treat. Also joining us right now is SPCA Cincinnati's Vice President for Medical Services, Dr. Jennifer Smith. And those pictures we saw, you saw up close and in person. Where do you start? What's the first thing that you do with something like that?
Yeah, when we have a dog that has been without food and water for any length of time, first we just have to make sure they're stable, get them rehydrated, and then we're going to slowly start to reintroduce that nutrition for them. And then we start to look for other things like infections, wounds. Are there other underlying medical issues like we saw earlier with Skipper and Gilligan?
Is it hard sometimes? They've got to be, leery of humans at that point. Is it hard sometimes how do you convince a dog in that situation or a cat in that situation that you're there to help?
Sometimes we do have to go slow and win their trust. Daisy actually was very loving and forgiving. It's amazing that a dog can go through that, and she was just so excited to have that human love and attention. So she was actually very easy. She was just like, thank you for saving me right away.
Oh. So did it work out faster maybe than you thought it would overall, or?
She actually healed up very quickly from those pressure sores. Sometimes those can take months to heal up, but we actually took out her sutures and she was good for those after about 26 days, I think it was. But she was more complicated. These animals have gone for a long period of time without any veterinary care. So when we went to do her spay, we actually found a live heartworm in her belly. So even though she had tested negative on the initial test, we did know she had heartworms. So she did have to go through heartworm treatment after that too.
And I know you're going to come back. We're going to talk more about Daisy later on, and I guess we're also going to talk about a sweet little cat that also had some trouble.
Yep, so we're going to watch a video now of a kitty named Hank. This little guy is Hank, and he's kind of been an intensive patient for us recently. So it's kitten season, and we get lots of kitties in, and a lot of them are pretty sick this time of year. This Hank, his brother Tom, and his mom came in as part of our TNR, Trap Neuter Release program, but our intake team noticed that they were way too sick to be kittens to go out, and the kittens were too young. The kittens and mom had calicivirus. It's a common upper respiratory infection of cats, but it can become more severe for them. They can get higher fevers, they can get sores in their mouth. So we do tend to watch those kitties a little bit more closely and keep them isolated. The other thing is the litter was riddled with fleas. And poor Hanks here was the runt of the two kittens and was much smaller than his litter mate and weaker when they came in. And within a few days, Mom, unfortunately, her milk was drying up from her being sick, so he wasn't able to nurse, and I think she was kind of pushing him away. So within a day or so of coming in, he really crashed, came in and was pretty lifeless, white as a ghost and very, very cold. So we started working on him with intensive care, having him in his incubator to keep his body temperature up. We put him on IV fluids with dextrose. He was too sick to eat, so we needed a way to keep that blood sugar up. And we really weren't sure if he was going to make it. I mean, this was a kitten that, if you couldn't see that he was taking little breaths, you wouldn't have known if he was alive or not. He was that sick. We also did a blood transfusion on him because we believe that his flea anemia was so severe, and had him on several medications and just so much TLC. It actually took a week of him being in the incubator and on fluids before he could come out, and now he's in a cage, but he still needs a heating pad to keep his body temperature up. So he's not out of the woods yet. Even now, he's about half the weight of his brother. So obviously very skinny. But he'll be up and talking and meowing for attention in the morning now when we get here. And every day gets just a little bit stronger. I'm happy to let you guys all know that little Hank did great. After a little while, we were able to release him from hospitalization, and he went on to heal in a foster home. It was just great to see him every time when he came back for his rechecks. So this little kitty who, looked like it was possibly dead at one point, is this strong, healthy kitten in a loving home. His foster Beth fell in love with him, and he lives with her now. He's a great story.
Foster fail, we love that. We love that.
That's awesome.
Great job, Dr. Smith and the whole medical team. Want to do a shout out too to Francie Pavey, who started the Little Black Cat Fund that helps cover some of the costs for cats like Hank. So thank you so much for the help there.
And speaking of kittens, Jen Dalton is holding a cute little kitten
Almost
right there.
completely.
Angel.
Angel. And Denise joins us again. Tell us a little bit about this kitten, Jen.
That is Angel. She is a black and white kitty. She's 2 months old. That is a female. So she is part of the litter that we had out here before. So she's available to adoption today at 1 p.m. Unless Jen wants to take her home.
I know.
Show them that nose. Get that nose on
Jen, you can
camera.
do it.
Look
You
at that
can do
little
it.
nose.
I think Angel's going to take Jen home.
I know,
Yeah.
that's right. Look, Angel's
Aw.
picking her right now.
But
Look
she
at
is
that.
available today at 1, as you said, and all the animals you see here today on Adopt a Pet are available. SPCA Cincinnati. We're on Conray Road, 11900 Conray in Sharonville. And if more than one person is interested, we'll have a little lottery and a drawing.
I think Angel did pick her.
Aww.
And
There
a
you
special
go.
thanks again to our presenting sponsor, IMS. Thank you so much. I think we've got some pledges to read,
I
too.
know I do. Janine Meister from Harrison.
Good name.
$150 in honor of Rascal. Rascal is 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
She's a rascal
Kevin
named Janine, right?
Prendergast, excuse me. Kevin has donated $50. Kevin's from Cincinnati.
Awesome. I have Greg Hind to thank from Franklin, $100 in honor of Gator, our dog we adopted from the SPCA, and Laura Hind from Franklin, $100. Thank you so much.
And we want to thank Michael McLaughlin. He's from Cincinnati. Michael donated $100 in honor of Daisy and Duke.
Oh.
All right. There's a joke there somewhere. But.
Yeah, it's I've got it out in my General Lee in the parking lot. They're rescue golden retrievers. I bet they're a cute pair. Thank you, Michael McLaughlin. And Linda Wilson of Cincinnati. Thank you for a $25 pledge today, too.
And a pledge from Mary Petty of Cincinnati, $50 in memory of Daisy and Sadie. Not Daisy and Duke, but Daisy and Sadie. So thank you so much, Mary. And Veda Ripley of Dillsboro, Indiana, $150 in honor of all of their pets, past and present, she says.
Well, we have one here from Mike Whithoff from Erlanger, $150. And he says, I'm enjoying another Adopt a Pet telethon, and while I'm primarily pro-dog, I also think cats are awesome. So let's go 50-50 on my donation. Also, thanks to Local 12 for providing me lots of joy on my Saturday mornings and Tuesday afternoons with the SPCA visits. Abel, what do you have?
You want me to say in Spanish or
Yeah,
in
you
English?
can say it in
Hola.
Spanish.
Hola, saludos a todos. Well, first of all, thank you for having me again. I'm excited, as always, to be here, share with you, and get to meet Angel and so many others. So I'm excited to share this with everyone and urge everyone to help the SPCA Cincinnati, which is amongst the most wonderful organizations that I've had the pleasure of working with. So thank you, everyone, for letting me be a part of this. Gracias. So we have, thank you to Debbie and Dan Von Hendorf of Park Hills, Kentucky, $50 in memory of Sophie. And we have Conrad Knepp of Cincinnati, $100. Also, thank you in memory of Sophie, also Sophie, his dog, and from Conrad, Patty, and Tinker, their cat. So thank you. And of course, 513-542-7722 to call and help out SPCA Cincinnati.
That's right. Little Angel's falling asleep here. Oh, do you have
I've got one.
Okay.
I've got one. Young lady that was on here, made by Morgan, $100.
Morgan,
Yeah.
so Morgan who
The
does
bandanas, yeah.
also donating?
Yep, also
Morgan,
donating.
that's
Yes, so
amazing.
thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, it's thanks to all the support. Thousands of animals each year thanks to your support, rather, that thousands of animals find a new home with a loving family. And every once in a while, we like to catch up on how they are doing. You know, we do so many stories on Local 12 and we see them. So we've got a video now to catch up on a few of those animals.
Quick thank you to our silver sponsors, Judy Recker and Associates and Dr. Peter Cambellos. And now it's halftime.
Oh, you know what that means?
Ushers,
look at
these animals coming in. These are wild animals.
our special guest,
Hooday!
Hooday. And we have Popeye, or Poppy from Popeye. And Sprinkles from Dunkin.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Chicken Man.
Chicken Man. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Oh, Chicken Man.
Love that chicken from
nice and warm,
Popeyes.
too. Nice and
Ooh,
warm.
it is warm.
Donuts earlier. Yeah.
Love that chicken at Popeye.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Oh, napkins.
I love it.
Lots of napkins.
Chicken Man.
You did have an actual tiger one time?
It was about 25 years ago. There was a person on the west side of town that got a young cub, and of course grew to this giant.
So we're gonna be like Hooday size.
Yeah,
Like Hooday size, right?
So we went out and rescued the tiger, and he spent out the rest of his life at a sanctuary down in Tennessee.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good. Yeah, so it's never good to.
Did he not know the tiger would get bigger?
No.
It was a tiger?
He adopted it, or he bought a tiger. That should say enough.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see.
Okay, well.
Yeah, about
I see.
How smart he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Read the description on eBay before you buy anything. Make sure you know what you're getting.
And it's illegal, by the way.
And it's illegal.
Well,
so
there
there's
is that.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
We'll be
is
back
that.
with more on Forensic Files.
Oh, you guys.
I guess it's time to check our score. When you call in a pledge again, remember,
Dogs and cats.
let the
cats.
we got
Oh, the doggies are leading.
Okay, cat people,
Cat
you're
people.
behind.
Step it up.
It's Catterday.
Hooday
No.
is distraught because the cats are. Oh, Hooday, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you got plenty of
Now
time.
you know the dogs have won the last 2 adoptables, so the cats better get moving here. Okay.
That's right. Hooday is here on their behalf.
Hooday is not happy.
Terrible on
Not
Catterday to have this happen.
It's Saturday, isn't it?
This is game 4 of the series, and I think you just said the dogs 2 games to 1.
Yes.
So the cats did win it 1 year. Okay. So that's the history of the dogs versus cats. And if you donate $150 or more today with a credit card, you'll be entered into the raffle for the big 13-inch Mini Max. It's big and yet it's mini.
And it's green.
It's a charcoal. Is that a Kamado? Like a
Kamado.
Kamado.
Like tomato.
Well, you say Kamado, I say Kamado.
Let's call the whole thing off.
It's perfect as a tableside cooker for tailgating. We'll be back to that kind of weather before you know it. The drawing for the winner will be held Monday at 11:45 a.m. live on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page. You're going up against the Showcase Showdown on the Tall 12. I'm just saying, that's a tough time period, but that's all right.
Both have local 12 on the TV and then SPCA on.
Yeah,
true.
there we go.
Good.
That's how I watch TV a lot of times these days. Yeah.
Do you have a couple?
But speaking of that, you can tell your friends if they don't maybe get Star 64 where they are. You can also watch this on the Local 12 Facebook page if you're not watching it there already.
Anywhere in the known universe.
Anywhere. It's a web that's worldwide.
We do have a couple of pledges.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Gail Wines from Liberty Township, $50. Thank you, Gail. Antoinette Reinke from Cold Spring, KY, $40 for Layla, Lexi, Dinah, Lee, and Gibbs.
All right.
Anita, call me Mr. Gibbs.
Oh, you have one more?
I have
I'm
one.
sorry.
Sally Phelps from Milford, home of the Eagles, $150.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sally.
Anita Foster of Cincinnati donates $60 to our Adopt a Pet Fund here in memory of Coco. And David Heary of Cincinnati also with a nice $100 pledge.
Laura Tinsmeyer, a $25 pledge from Cincinnati. Thank you, Laura. Helena, I guess that's piano. It's spelled like piano. Yeah, okay. Helena from Oxford, $250.
Nice.
So she's got a memory of a cat named Morris and a dog named Trixie. Too cute. Thank you, Helena, for watching and donating.
And we have Michelle Couch, Cincinnati, $100. And Tiffany Mayer, Cincinnati, $250 in honor of Bella.
Aww. And I have Mary Lehman from Cincinnati, $50. And this donation is dedicated to Mitzi, her best friend. She adopted her from the SPCA around 2010, and she is 15 years old now. Wow. All right, Mitzi, and thank you, Mary. Sean Gibson from Villa Hills donates $500 on behalf of Maisie, who I adopted from the SPCA in 2019. Thank you, Sean.
And Sean's a board member.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you to Debbie and Robert Evans from Green Hills, $50 on behalf of Sabika, Chansey, Morgan, and Lucy. So thank you. And we also have Woody and Cindy Schuster from Union, Kentucky, $150 in memory of Annabelle, their shelter rescue. So thank you. All right. Well, once again, phone number 513-542-SPCA or 7722. Cat lovers, of course, also. Step up. Yeah, there you go. As we mentioned earlier, SPCA Cincinnati partners with animal welfare groups across the country and even around the world. Let's hear the story of Michaela, who came to SPCA Cincinnati from St. Lucia Island in the Caribbean.
Dr. Smith, why don't you tell us a little about who we got here?
This is Michaela. You guys may remember her. We did a before post on her. She is the St. Lucia Island dog who we think was hit by a car and had the multiple pelvic fractures, and her hip was fractured, and she couldn't move her back legs very well. She would kind of drag herself around if she was on a slip floor, or she would drag and then finally get up. And then when she would walk, she was very much just like a hopping in those back legs because she couldn't bend at the hip very well. So Michaela went to the orthopedic surgeon, and they went in where that hip was fractured, and they cleaned up the bone and the scar tissue in there. And then for the past 6 weeks, she has been doing physical therapy on both legs, both the one that had surgery and the one that we didn't do surgery on, to try to increase the range of motion in those hips. And she is doing phenomenal. She can run and play. She gets up really easy. So she is doing so good that she is now going to be ready for adoption. She doesn't have any exercise restrictions. In fact, we think she would do better in a place where she can get out and run and play more. We do have some physical therapy exercises that the adopter could continue to do with her to try to keep increasing the range of motion on those hips. But she is doing just wonderfully. She also, if you guys remember, had those 2 tick diseases, and she is cured for those.
Hey there. Hi guys, we're live. So the SPCA Cincinnati has a lot of amazing things going on, and I like to mention that coming this spring, the SPCA Cincinnati will be releasing a Humane education book. Yay. So can we give it up for that effort, please?
Yes.
We are very fortunate to have the time and talent of a lot of amazing people, and the ABCs of Adopting Me is written by Sydney Ragland and illustrated by Diane Corman. So we're really excited about that. This book is one of the ways that the SPCA Cincinnati is reaching out through our humane education. We believe respect for all life starts with teaching children to respect animals, which includes learning about the safety and responsibility, and that's through pet care. So joining us now is SPCA Cincinnati's Humane Education Manager, Ronnie Dean. Give it up for Ronnie. So the SPCA Cincinnati's education program really expanded. It took off in a new way in 2023. Please tell us how the SPCA Cincinnati is reaching out to children in our community.
In the most incredible and overwhelming way. In 2023, we celebrated 150 years. And so our goal was to, of course, visit 150 classrooms. We visited 154 classrooms. Exceeded that goal.
Yeah.
And it was more than just visiting the classroom. We went to Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We visited day camps, Vacation Bible School. And when we take the program to the school, it's such an incredible time. What made it possible and what made it work were the fantastic volunteers that work with me as we volunteer together. We have the likes of John and Henry, the dog that plays checkers. So can you imagine a dog playing checkers? And everybody wanted to see this. And of course we have Trish and Peanut. And Peanut, when she walks in, she likes to talk, and so she and I will have a conversation. Then there's Anna and Raven. She's a diva. And the kids would just love to meet this dog who's a diva. And of course we have Patches, the rabbit. She's like Barbie. She has everything. And she also has her own personal chauffeur.
Animals are special.
And they are special. And so then when we come into the classroom, we teach the children how special they are. The animals have personalities. The animals have feelings, and we want to take care of them. We draw a Venn diagram teaching them that this is what we are, and this is what they are, and this is how we are alike. And I know, it's so fantastic. And when the children get to see that and then meet these animals and then meet their handlers with them, they're human people, then they realize I'm going to do a much better job. But one of the fun activities we did, I must tell you this.
Okay.
I call it Catman-Do.
Catman-Do.
Catman-Do. We taught the children multiplication with cat math and showing them how cats multiply.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And as a result, one young man said, I'm going to get my cat fixed.
So we can say that the response has been overwhelmingly positive, right, for our community. Well, thank you for bringing your energy and all the love and passion that you have for education and animal welfare together for us here at SPCA Cincinnati.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll pass it over to Chris now.
Yeah, all right. So have you ever been to a Great American Ballpark and spring or summer, a nice Reds game, and you notice the fan next to you has a tail? Janine gets upset when I do.
Yes.
But that means because it was Bark in the Park, which happens several times a
Ooh,
year.
that's
Great
so much
American
fun.
Ballpark. Right, Janine?
That's so much fun. Bark in the Park at Great American Ballpark. This event brings together doggy parents from all over the tri-state to enjoy a night at Great American Ballpark. And joining us now to celebrate 15 years of Bark in the Park is Rosie Red and Mr. Redlegs.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr.
In the house.
Oh.
And they brought kitty cats.
They
Look
do
at
have
that.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to announce, too, that Andrew Abbott, up-and-coming superstar for the Reds, is going to be our spokesperson this coming year. You'll be seeing some PSAs later on during the season.
Cool.
And again, at Bark in the Park or whatever, he's a nice young man, and can't wait for him to jump on board to help us.
That's exciting.
awesome.
Yes, it is.
That's great.
That's right.
So, Mr. Redlegs, are you team cat or team dog? Team cat. Rosie, how about you?
Looks like cat today.
Team cat. There you go.
That's a shutout.
That's so sweet. That is so sweet. That is so much fun. I can't remember which one of the players when we had Tank the Pug, and of course we adopted Tank the Pug from SPCA Cincinnati, and it was one of the players who was more of a cat person, but he was like, that dog is so cute, I'm going to hold him and take a picture with him. Yeah, in the dugout. So that was really neat. And the players get into it, and the dogs love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to the Reds. I mean, 15 years of Bark in the Park. We've been there from the beginning. It's just great to actually have something for fans who are animal lovers, dog owners or whatever, something to do with their dogs. So we appreciate what the Reds are doing for the community.
And I love the way they have the big misting fans too for the dogs.
Yeah.
And for the people at Great American Ballpark. And the Reds are going to be great this year anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely going to be great this year.
Can't wait.
Okay.
Thank
you for
guys.
joining us.
Hey, guys.
Mr. Redlegs and
Always
Rosie Red.
smoking.
That cat is really mystified by the size
Mr.
of your head.
You know what I love about Rosie and Mr. Redlegs? They've always got a smile on their face.
They do. It's amazing.
Okay, so we have some more pledges. I have Larry and Andre Juski, Burlington, Kentucky, $100 in honor of all the volunteers that are helping here today.
Aww. Very nice.
And we have more. Dale Hopke Mason, $25 for Marty, Robbie, Sue, and Layla. And that's it for me. Any more?
Which way are
Go
we
that
going? This
way,
way?
yeah.
Okay. Lisa Jones from Fort Wright. Thanks for watching and donating, $50. And Barbara Bishop from Fairfield, $150. That's in memory of Bella. Thank you for your pledges.
All right. Thank you for calling 513-542-SPCA. That's 7722 or to spcacincinnati.org. Did you have any to pass along?
Well, no, but I want to tell you, over the past 2 years, nearly 2,200 animals have been transferred to the SPCA Cincinnati through the shelter-to-shelter transport program. And that was one of the things when we were at WGRR, I'd always ask Nikita, is this shelter-to-shelter?
Mm-hmm.
And so often it was. And I mean, even shelter-to-shelter from, I can't remember, I think the name of the dog is a pot dog?
Pot cake.
Pot cake, that's it.
St.
Doesn't it-
Lucia.
Yeah, St. Lucia.
Mhm.
And you could always tell because it was different looking and so sweet. And to think that y'all would transport animals from St. Lucia,
Yeah.
and different countries. And, my mom even adopted DJ from here, and he was from Hurricane Matthew. And all the dogs that you rescued from that.
Yeah, we've helped out with every hurricane since Katrina. We brought in dogs from those communities, and it's dogs and cats that are currently in shelters that belong to the shelters, so they can clear room for the dogs that are affected by the hurricane.
Are you doing more of that? It seems like in the last few years, at least in the spots on Local 12, it seems like you mentioned that more.
For any disasters, again, the whole shelter-to-shelter program is about helping others, in need, and that could be small shelters out in Adams County. We just they had some. The dog warden was overwhelmed recently in the cold weather, whatever. We went and pulled dogs from there. So Bracken County, like you saw, we're helping shelters throughout the tri-state area too.
I got a couple more pledges. Or do you want to go?
I don't have any. I'm just going to hold on to my chicken.
Okay. You hold that
Nobody will
chicken.
take it.
Don't you let go of that chicken.
Once we
All right.
read all of our cards, we get to eat. So that's the rule.
That's the incentive.
Thank you to Marilyn Bay from Cincinnati, $100 donation in honor of Molly, Lily, Sophie, Willow, Cassie, Maggie Mae, Chase, Joella Jade, Sammy, and Speckles.
Oh,
and Janine Tepe from Loveland, in loving memory of our special boy Spooky. And we thank everybody for donating. Keep those donations coming. 513-542-SPCA, which is 7722, or you can donate online, spcacincinnati.org.
Look at that cute kid playing on TV.
I know. Look at that kid. He kind of looks like me a little bit.
Just noticed
he's
that.
going to want to take home all of those puppies.
My goodness.
So, son, maybe one, but not all. All right, but let's check out some more of those happy tale stories.
And we're back now at the SPCA. That was the story of Daisy, and we're going to find out more about what happened with Daisy and how the recovery took place. As you look at some of the kids who are playing with the happy dogs here, sometimes, you see those stories. Come on over here. L.A. Sloniker. Do I have that right?
You do.
I'm very sensitive to last name pronunciations.
Hard time with it.
Well, so LA is in charge. I guess you help the animals get into the foster homes, right?
Yes, I'm the foster manager here.
So what was involved with a dog like Daisy then, getting her into a foster?
Really just trying to find her, an escape from here. And trying to find people that were, because we didn't know how she was with the other animals or kids. So I found a couple, and they're great fosters, Steve and Janice Walker, and they offered to take her. They took her for just 1 week, and we found out a whole host of things about Daisy.
Now, people might not know that, but fostering is not, it can be a lot of different things, or it can be different length of time. You may not have other pets, or you may have other pets. I guess it just depends on the situation.
Yes, exactly. You can have 4 other dogs and 3 cats, and you can still take in puppies. Or, I have a foster that has dogs, their own cats, and they take in kittens all the time. So every single foster is vital.
What's the benefit then of having them in that situation, as you look at some of the pictures there, the benefit of that situation as opposed to just, seeing them at the shelter or whatnot?
Well, the shelter environment, no matter how hard we try, is just chaotic to the animals. And with Daisy, for example, I passed her cage every day, and I could see her pacing, and her anxiety was just palpable. So I just wanted to give her a timeout, to be able to be in a home environment, because we knew nothing about her except where she came from, and so it was vital to find out what she was as an individual.
So if somebody's watching right now and they think, well, I don't have the money to give, or I can't really give you that much money, maybe you can give the gift of time and a home then, too.
Of course. That would be absolutely amazing.
That's probably pretty valuable to you guys, I'm guessing.
Yes, very valuable. And all they have to do is go to our website, SPCACincinnati.org, and click on Get Involved. And then they can follow the prompts to foster.
So SPCA.org, right? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You say it the right way.
SPCACincinnati.org. And then follow the prompts.
SPCACincinnati.org. Yes. And you can become a foster and be a part of a story like Daisy's, too.
Of course.
That's L.A. Sloniker, one of the many folks here at SPCA Cincinnati who are helping out. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And Abel's got some more information about the Red Rover, right?
Amazing. And first I want to give out the phone number again, 513-542-SPCA or 7722, or visit spcacincinnati.org. So last fall, SPCA Cincinnati unveiled the Red Rover Respite Room, which is helping make a difference for survivors of domestic violence and their pets. So let's find out more.
Hi, my name is Denise Jones, Director of Operation here at the SPCA Cincinnati. We are the recipient of a Red Rover grant, a generous donation that Red Rover has provided us to help domestic violence victims and their animals while they're going through the new formation of a new life. The program will allow us to house their animals while they are partnering up with the YWCA. The YWCA will help them provide shelter, and we will provide shelter for the pets while they are here. It is a known fact that 90% of the survivors will not leave their abusers because the abusers are threatening to harm the animals in the home. So we are here to provide that safe place for the animals. With our program, It'll allow the survivors to come and visit their animals while we are helping them out. This room that we're sitting in today is our respite room, a Red Rover respite room. And in this room, the survivors are able to come and spend quality time to continue that emotional support that our animals give us while they are going through their new formation in life. We also have a private kennel where the animals will be housed. It's away from all of our public animals here. And it's also a safe place where the abusers cannot find the animals here in our facility. So our facility is a safe place for animals and victims of domestic violence.
Yeah, as you can see, working with YWCA and women of domestic violence, survivors actually of domestic violence, we house their animals here until they can transition into, a new home. And we've got that respite room, and thanks to Denise Jones, who's on the set with us here today. Denise got the grant from Red Rover to be able to do all that for us. So thank you, Denise, for doing that.
We'd like to take another moment to thank IMS for being the presenting sponsor of today's Adopt a Pet Fun Telethon.
3 bags, no waiting, right behind us here.
Okay, we'd also like to take a moment to thank Gilligan Family of Brands, Dunkin, GoCo Shell, and Popeyes.
All right, I have some breaking news here. This just in. Very newsy. Apparently, we've got another member of Team Cat entering the transfer portal with Denise right now, looking for a forever home. Take it away, Denise.
Alrighty, this is Gumdrop. Need that?
Gumdrop's very
That
low.
one right there. Sure. This is Gumdrop here. Gumdrop is 2 months old. This is a male, the first male that we brought out here. So everybody root for cats this time. He's very lovable. He's very playful. So come out and get Gumdrop today. Huh, Gumdrop? Say, come get me. I was the only male that came out today.
Oh, you know what? Gumdrop is so
And Paul
cute.
wants him.
How old is Gumdrop?
2 months old.
A little bit. 2 months old.
2 months old. He's just a baby.
Yeah, and not going to get any bigger than that, right?
No. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
They're cute now, but they keep getting cuter.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Sure, of course.
Don't they, Paul? Look at Paul's eye.
Look
He's
at that,
eyeing it.
I know.
He's eyeing it.
You know,
Yeah.
if you want Gumdrop or any of the other animals,
You will have to fight me.
Got serious.
You taking Gumdrop?
Oh, man. No, man. Okay. And then I have to drive home to a different house if I do that.
Yeah. How many cats do you
I
have?
just have one, but he's kind of, he's set in his ways. He's
Moves
like,
around a lot, so it seems like there are more.
Yeah,
All right.
he's like-
Today at 1 p.m., if you would like to adopt any of these animals or any other animals, there are a lot of them here that are looking for forever homes. Come on down to SPCA Cincinnati. It's at 11900 Conray Road in Sharonville, and they will hook you up.
and you're here, isn't it, every Saturday? I mean, that people can come by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if people realize how easy it is to, get
And
in touch.
inexpensive, by the way. So all of these donations, unbelievable how they are able to facilitate such inexpensive adoptions. Mike, how much is it to adopt a pet right now?
Well, right now we have a special on dogs are $15. So
Basically, it's free.
In any of the puppies, it's free, and we have close to $200 invested in pretty much every dog that comes through here, and cats just a little less because we spay, neuter them, we vaccinate them, microchip them. They're fully checked out, ready to go. So you just have to go to establish. If you don't have a veterinarian, go visit a vet, establish that relationship for ongoing care or whatever. But there isn't really any money out of pocket.
And that's
after
why
you
your
adopt.
donations are so important.
Yeah, I mean, it really covers the whole idea behind the lower pricing, of course, is this is no place for dogs or cats. Forever homes are the place for them, and if we can get them out of here quicker by lowering the price, we'll do that. And again, by vaccinating and making sure they're fully healthy. So we make it as easy as possible for people to adopt.
Absolutely. And just as the Adopt a Pet Fund Telethon is in a very important event for the SPCA Cincinnati, we have dozens of events each year. And one of our favorite events that is growing in popularity is Tales on the Trail. You can log on to spcacincinnati.org any day of the week to learn about our events. It happens in the fall. It's about fun. It's festive. It's the family. It's all those F words that make it you seem exciting. So just know that it happens in an appropriate way. Okay, in October of each year. So please log on again, spcacincinnati.org. It happens at the Simmons Farms, SPCA Simmons Farm, State Route 128.
Yes.
In Cleves, Ohio.
Very good. And this year we also held a free vaccine clinic. Hundreds of people turned out. And I think we have some photos of that, but the vaccine clinic basically is for folks that maybe have fallen on some hard times financially, and their pets deserve proper care, and maybe they can't afford to do that, and rather than have them turn in a dog or a cat to us because they can't afford vaccines or food or whatever, we provide that for them. So that was our first vaccine clinic that we had this fall. We plan on having several more this year. Just watch our website. We'll make an announcement on Facebook also. But again, anything we can do to help people keep their pets in the home, we're going to do that. And that's the Chow Now pantry that we have also. Over 72,000 pounds of food this last year, 23. And again, people love their pets, and we want them to be able to keep them in the home, and that's why we're providing these services.
Yeah, and how are you able to provide those services?
Donating,
absolutely.
Yes.
25,000 animals have entered into the SPCA Cincinnati programs over the last 5 years. 25,000.
That's mind-boggling, isn't it?
It is.
When you think about it. Yeah, you put out numbers or whatever, and then you start, okay, how many is that per day? And it's frightening. But I have a great staff here, great medical staff, great on operations, and of course our fundraising staff too. We all work together really, really hard. But again, we cannot do what we do without you folks out there. Whether donate today or just throughout the year, the expenses never go away. And the more that you give, the more we can help.
And the sponsors too, like Imes and the folks bringing us the Popeyes chicken and the Dunkin Donuts, et cetera, et cetera.
All of them, and we mention them throughout the show here again. Very generous companies throughout the tri-state area. Imes, the presenting sponsor, they've been feeding our shelter since 1997.
Wow.
Free food. So, I mean, that adds up into hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, thank you so much.
513-542-SPCA.
Speaking of sponsors, I think we're going to meet some right now. Yeah. These would be maybe the folks from Ace Hardware?
Yes.
That are helping out. The people behind the big green egg.
The mystery egg.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Is that one of the helpful hardware folks right there?
Kyla?
Kayla.
Kayla.
Yeah.
Kayla, I'm sorry. Again, thank you so much for the donation of the big green egg. And, I guess one question is, what made Ace Hardware decide to help, sponsor?
Well, it's one of our best sellers. We sell a lot of them going into the spring and summer. The ceramic top is really important because it keeps all the heat in. That's definitely one of our best sellers. They say once you have the big green egg, you don't need another girl for the rest of your life.
Okay. What would you say to other companies out there, whatever,
We do carry other brands of grills, but this one especially is good for us. They have lots of accessories, so you can have the eggniter, and they have their own line of spices and things like that. So it's a good seller for us.
Well, we can't thank Ace Hardware enough for the help. This is going to help us raise a lot of money here today, so we appreciate that.
Good, of course.
Do you have any a shout out for your children, pets at home.
Ava and Isabel, and yeah, our pets at home. We have Buck and Harlow.
Buck and Harlow.
Yep, we've got a full house.
Awesome. So there you go. More pet lovers
Yes.
helping the SPCA.
Yes, we'd love to help.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We thank everyone for their pledges. We haven't read any in a while. Nikita, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I want to give a shout out and thank you to Rita Gentry of Cincinnati. Gave $75 in memory of Sugar Pie, Nugget, and Jupiter. And then who else do we have here? Oh, Miss Barbara Louder of Harrison, Ohio. $50 in memory of her cats, Lucky and Lucy. And do I have another? I think that's all for me.
You have, what did you have, sugar pie?
Sugar pie.
I got sugar baby starlet.
Okay.
A lot of sugar here.
A lot of sugar.
Sweet show.
Well, we do have Dunkin as one of the sponsors, David. So, Connie Bauer of South Lebanon, $300 in memory of sugar baby starlet. And this is, would you say Pappy Chula or Poppy?
I'd say definitely Poppy.
Poppy?
Puppy.
There you go.
Puppy.
Poppy. In memory of Poppy Chula, Anita Harney of Cincinnati, thank you for a $100 pledge.
Okay, I got a couple here. I'm assuming that Laura Hine and Greg Hine are probably from the same place in Franklin. They each gave $100 in honor of Gator. Gator the dog. Are we sure it's a dog or it could be a gator? I'm not sure. Okay. And then
Mike had some words about that earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Yvonne said, why does that dog always stay in the bathtub? I don't know. Yvonne Steimer from Barry, Kentucky, $20 in memory of Toby, Tyson, Ozzy, Arthur, and Kitty Woo.
Nice.
All right, well, I have a few. Robert Edwards from Fort Mitchell, $15 in honor of Champ. His rescue in memory of Quigley, Ebony, Spanky, and Bentley. Thank you. We have Leah Butler from Cincinnati, $50 in honor of Rudy. Thank you, Mike. And Nancy Weber from Cincinnati, $25. So keep, as you've heard, SPCA does more than animal adoptions. They help our community. So make sure you call 513-542-SPCA or 7722. Or you can visit spcacincinnati.org. And also, yamen y donen.
And the QR code, don't forget that. That's on your screen right now. If you're watching with your phone out, as so many people do when they watch TV these days. We mentioned earlier, we were laughing about the sponsors, and one of the great sponsors for the SPCA Cincinnati, the good people. Oh, I love the hot cappuccino, large please, no flavors, just the cappuccino at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, and you know what? Another shout out again to Dunkin and Gilligan family of brands. Paw Forward is. Oh,
There you go.
I'm thinking I'm so used to being on Saturday mornings and Tuesdays where I'm mic'd up that I don't even worry about that. Again, a shout out to Dunkin' Donuts and Gilligan family of brands for sponsoring. Paw It Forward. I think there were 121 dogs that were adopted last year through the program, and Dunkin' gives a free cup of coffee and free donut for every adoption. So, thank you so much for that. And we're about 2 hours into the show, and I think we should probably see where we're at. What do you think?
Yeah, let's take a look at the totes.
Drum roll.
What have we got?
That'll do it.
Yes.
Yes.
$22,564. That's the dog and cat
thank
total. I do not think that we've broken it down which one is ahead at this point, dogs or
The
cats.
dogs were ahead at one point.
That should be coming. The dogs were quite a bit ahead last time. I know the cat people really need to get moving.
Yes.
You got time. You got
You know, we've got all
52
those
minutes.
transfers coming through the portal, so that should make a difference, right?
Okay, well, I got a couple here. This one might help out the cats. This is Susie Hoffman from Cincinnati, $150. That's from Russ and Susie in honor of Sammy. I don't know whether Sammy's a dog or a cat, but I think we're going to just say cat for now, so we can get the cats caught up. And then Kimberly Nelson from Fairfield, Ohio, another $25. So generous. All right. Do you guys have any other pledges?
I think Janine does.
Move on here.
I do. But first, I want to give a shout out to that great chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Did you love that chicken at Popeyes, Janine?
Yes. Thank
It's
you,
the best.
Popeyes. Memory of Dusty Starr, who passed away on Christmas Day. Oh. So sorry, Linda and Greg. And thank you to Tom Imhoff from Cincinnati, $50 in honor of all animals, especially the dogs. No, he didn't say that. He said in honor
Tom
of all
wouldn't do a
animals.
thing like that.
No. All right.
No.
So much of this money is to help all of the different programs that SPCA does. One of those programs is called Pets for Vets. It helps match veterans and active military with pets. There you see it right there. During the last 5 years, 189 pets were adopted through this program.
My name is Master Sergeant Thomas A. Barth III, United States Army, retired.
How many years did you serve in the Army?
20 years. The ceremony itself was above and beyond in the fact that thank you for your service, which I do receive often, which I think is great that somebody does acknowledge that I did serve for as many years as I did. But the ceremony is the first time that since I've retired that it was that much of an event, which was awesome to be acknowledged, to be with other veterans for that day. I just thought it was a great event. Totally unexpected that the SPCA would do that, but I think it's awesome that they're willing to do that. They have programs that are very veteran friendly, and so I think it's great that they actually did an event like this. I would have never thought of the SPCA doing that type of event, but it turned out it was a great event. Any veteran can come in here any day and adopt a pet at no cost to that veteran, and then they could have their lifelong friend, their companion, somebody that they can, hang out with, walk, do whatever they want to with their pet and have a great time. So that alone is more than just a 10% discount. I think that's pretty awesome that the SPCA of Cincinnati would actually give a veteran technically a free animal for the adoption. A pet is an unconditional love companion.
Have you ever imagined why kittens become orphaned? Most orphans are born outside to free-roaming cats. Often, they are picked up by caring individuals who do not know that the mother is right around the corner. Other times, they are truly orphaned.
Hi, what's your name?
She does not have a name, so we'll have to give her a name.
Because the mother has become lost, has died, or cannot provide care to the kittens. No one is better at caring for kittens than a mama cat. So if you find a kitten outside, do your best to reunite the whole family before assuming the kitten is orphaned. If no mother cat returns after 3 hours of waiting, it's time for you to step in. So kittens like Tibbet can have a fighting chance to survive. Foster care coordinator L.A. Schlunker spoke to us about the process of fostering.
And this is where we will help save lives, as Dorian is doing, by taking this little beautiful creature home She came in by herself, so she needs just some extra love and attention, and she needs to get big enough to weigh 2.2 pounds in order to get fixed, and then she can go up for adoption.
Kitten Fostering 101. Did you know that Cincinnati actually has 5 seasons? Summer, winter, fall, spring, and kitten season. Kitten season runs during the warmer months, usually April through October, and SPCA Cincinnati has hundreds, sometimes thousands of cats and kittens flooding through the doors during this time. And while they do their very best to care for all of these small little critters, there's no secret that the shelter is no place for any animal, especially these small, vulnerable kittens.
So we entered the kitten room, and there she is. So in my adoption area for the cats, I have an open room for them. Got a lot of room to run around, and when it's time for them to climb, I take them to a different area. But that kitten is a Siamese kitten.
And this is where they rely on a foster base to allow these babies to grow up in a safe space where they can likely stay healthy and get the socialization they need.
All right, it's time for her to get weighed. Some of our responsibilities when we are fostering kittens for the SPCA is to make sure that we can keep their weight up so they can get fixed. So I'm gonna do that right now. It looks like she dropped my pen. Let's see how. All right, let me put her up here for y'all to see how we do this. I'm using one hand here, so. Still trying to hold her a little bit here to get her up there. There she is. She stayed for a little bit. Now after that, we'll come here, document this, how much you weigh. Here's the record of the kitten. These are the type of records that we keep in order to make sure that the kitten is healthy for the next parent. SPCA Cincinnati, contact for general information. Here's a whole book that they give us about orphan kittens.
Do you want to foster? Fostering is a fun and rewarding experience. You get to see the kittens in your care grow up, and you know that you kept them out of the shelter environment. In addition, if you fall in love with one of these small little foster babies, you can place them on hold and be the first in line to adopt them. Not a kitten expert? No problem. SPCA Cincinnati provides everything you need to become a great foster.
Every foster gets supplies to go with them because they are doing us such a huge favor by taking time out of their lives to help save a life. So we give them kitten food, litter, some treats, and as you can see here, we've got all the supplies you need.
Oh, wow. So if you're thinking about fostering, this is the place to be. We are at SPCA headquarters in Sharonville, right?
Yes.
And they will be there for you every step of the way. And they give you a small little packet to give you a couple of ideas how to become an expert in fostering.
What a wonderful job he did on that video. And the foster program, again, I mean, we couldn't do it without all the volunteers. There's over 700 kittens that went through our kitten nursery and foster care this year. And those are young kittens that are bottle fed.
Just this year? So
Just this year. Every year it's right in the 800 range.
Wow.
And without the volunteers, a lot of those kittens might not survive because they need basically around the clock feeding and care. So big shout out to the foster program.
And then shout out also to our silver sponsors, Judy Recker and Associates and Dr. Pete Cambelos. Earlier in the show, we talked about visiting WGRR on Wednesday mornings, but we also visit La Mega on Wednesday mornings with Abel. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping us reach those Spanish-speaking communities that without having you in place to help the SPCA Cincinnati further our mission through those conversations wouldn't be possible.
No, it's the first thing that I jumped on when our media company did a switch, and they said, well, we would like you guys to work with a nonprofit. And the first thing I thought of was animals. I love animals, so I came here. It's been like 5 years already?
Already 5
Crazy.
years,
It's
yes.
been about 5 years. And aside from educating our audience in Spanish, our Spanish speakers, about the importance of adoption and the different services that SPCA has, I've also written articles about SPCA Cincinnati and different events, including this one that I will have for our March edition, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a bit of work with to look forward to, but nonetheless, I think I share the joy with everyone here in doing this and promoting this mission that it's so vital for SPCA Cincinnati and all animal lovers.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you know, we're in the fourth quarter. We had halftime with all the mascots and the chicken sandwiches. But,
Usher, if you're just tuning in, Usher was here at halftime. It was amazing.
halftime
It was amazing.
show.
You should have been here.
But here in the fourth quarter, I think it's time we check, maybe, because we were trying to figure out earlier the split between dogs and cats, team dogs and team cats. Who's ahead? Can we find out now? Do we have a little breakdown of that? Can we see team dog or team cat? America wants to know.
Oh,
look at that.
Well, the cats are, they picked
Sorry I brought it up. No, over 14,000 for dogs, almost 9,000. I'll be positive for cats. So
Come on, kitty people.
Make those pledges because it is Paul Poteet Catterday.
Exactly.
It's Catterday.
Hashtag
the cats and
Catterday.
the people are out doing stuff.
Yeah, that could be.
Having
Yeah.
brunch.
We'll catch up.
Well, it looks like we have a member of Team Dog who is looking to be traded. He would like to be traded to a forever home with lots of treats. Miss Denise, who do you have there?
Rex. Rex is ready to be traded to his forever. Tell him, Rex. Tell him, Rex.
The face.
Rex is a terrier mix. He's only 3 months old. He's ready for his forever home. Tell him, Rex. Come on, do it again, Rex. Hey, Rex, what's happening?
Oh.
Tell Rex. Say, I'm ready. Say, come on. Say, come on, doggies. Keep getting it out of here for us, doggies.
He wants to talk. He wants to talk. So all the animals you see here are available for adoption today at 1 o'clock. And where's that at, Denise?
11900 Conray Road in Sharonville.
For more information, of course, you can come by or log on to spcacincinnati.org. And if more than one person is interested in adopting this little guy here, what happens?
We'll do a raffle to see who gets to take him home. But we have plenty of puppies here this morning. I know everyone can find one.
Thank you so much, Denise.
Cool.
Bye, buddy.
3 hours of baby talk. That's what we promise you on the show. Joanne Farmer, we appreciate your pledge of $30. Joanne's from Cincinnati, and she does that in memory of Sharpie. Thank you, Joanne. Kathy Royer of Fairfield, thank you for a $150 donation for a beloved family member, as she put it, Babe. They are members of the family. It doesn't take long, does it? And more? Do we have more?
I have. Nikita?
I think I'm good.
Okay, well, I have, thanks to James Casey from Cincinnati, $50 in memory of Frankie Casey. And we have Eileen Lips from Cincinnati, $350. Thank you for Penny and Oliver. So thank you, everyone, and keep calling, keep going on SPCA.org, and you can text as well, AAPF 2024-241444.
Yeah, just like Dorothy Lindblom and Gary Lindblom did from Hamilton. They pledged $149. Closest to the actual price without going over.
It's the 99 cents, Chris.
In memory of the Dane crowd of America.
Oh, thank you so much.
Darla Bernhardt of Cincinnati pledges $100. And Sherry Case of Mason, the land of 45040, in honor of her dog, Dottie. She pledges $150, by the way. Dottie is an Australian Shepherd who was adopted from SPCA Cincinnati back in 2010, and she's 14 years old now.
Oh, that is
That's
wonderful. Hi, Dottie. We'll say hi to little Dottie. Thank you to Pamela Shankin. She is from beautiful Williamsburg. $100 in memory of all of our pets throughout the years. Thank you to Daniel Crespo of Cincinnati. $200 for Luke, Kiki, and Luca. Is that Luca? Yes. Okay. For Luke, Kiki, and Luca. I guess Luca's a girl, Lucca. And thank you to Cincinnati. And thank you so much to Cindy Woolert, also from Cincinnati. $50. The number's 513-542 SPCA Cincinnati, or that is 7722, or you can log on to spcacincinnati.org. No donation is too small. No donation is too big, because, you know, SPCA Cincinnati, they raise all of their money. They don't get anything from government or anything like that. It is all up to you.
I like the way you think.
So nothing is too large.
Nothing.
We
No.
confirm that with
Did you hear
large.
that?
Yeah.
That's right. If you were thinking it might be too much, don't worry about it. We'll let it go.
And we're going to introduce you to some people I'm sure Nikita and Mike are very well acquainted with, and that's the people who support SPCA Cincinnati with their time and their talent, the SPCA Cincinnati Volunteers. And we're going to meet a few right now.
I've been volunteering here since August 2020.
I've been volunteering with the SPCA since July of 2020.
I decided to volunteer because I'm in college and I was away from my dogs, and so coming here I get a chance to interact with even more dogs than I would normally at home, and they're really fun to be around.
I started volunteering here because I've had 2 dogs in my life. They've both been shelter dogs, and I feel for the shelter dog. I love it. I just want to help them pretty much in any way I can, get them ready for a home, a real forever home.
When I come to volunteer here, I do a few things. One thing is on the walk teams, we have a team that comes and walks the dogs almost every day, and that's all run by volunteers, so I come and do that on occasion. And we also do mobile adoption events where we'll take a group of dogs and go out into the community and try to get them adopted there, and so I help handle the dogs there so that they get one-on-one time. Gives them a chance to really showcase their personality to potential adopters. I would say volunteering has impacted my life because seeing these dogs day in and day out on the walking teams, you get to know the dogs, and sometimes they're here for a while, maybe longer than they should be, but then, eventually one day when you're walking, they're not in their kennels anymore because they got adopted, and that's really the goal here, and it's quite rewarding.
You see the animals and you start to fall in love with them individually. And for me, I know when I show up and do a dog walking team or an adoption event on a Saturday or Sunday, the rest of my day is so much better. I feel like I really did something. I feel like I helped the community, I helped some animals, and I feel like, the day wasn't just kind of a waste, or, we did something.
If you're thinking about being a volunteer, I would just say go and do it. There are so many things. You can work with cats, dogs, you can come multiple times a week, you can come once every other week. It's very flexible, and you can do anything from, walking the dogs to just hanging out with the dogs, hanging out in the cat colony, helping socialize them, or helping out with our events. So you're bound to find something that interests you.
If you're like me, you're going to get addicted to it, you're going to love it, and it's going to become a huge part of your life, and it's going to be very rewarding.
As I've been saying all along here, we couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. Over 262 volunteers donated over 17,000 hours last year. So you think about that. That's everything from putting together enrichment toys, cleaning, helping out in the office, walking dogs, you name it, everything here, laundry. They're unpaid staff, basically. We couldn't do what we do without
Picking
them.
up your lunch?
Picking up my lunch? No, we haven't talked anybody into that yet. No. And of course, I want to honor one particular volunteer, Judy Bone. If you come here any day of the week, any time, it's like Judy's here. Okay, I mean she's a fixture here. She's done everything from helping with humane education. She helps with the enrichment. She helps everywhere you can think of. Our Chow Now pantry, wherever she's needed, she's there to help. So Judy, I want to first of all thank you with that, and we've got a plaque here for you too. Judy just surpassed 10,000 hours of volunteer time here. I mean, and nobody even close. Okay. Oh, and yeah, yeah, and I think probably one of the bigger things we have a annual. What do we say? Gosh, what? Rummage sale. The rummage sale. I'm like rummage. End of March. She basically got that started, and that's turned into a really big thing. So I want to ask you a few questions here. I don't remember when did you start?
2013.
2013. So that's 11 years.
That's coming up on 11 years.
Is it? Okay, that's awesome. Why did you pick the SPCA?
Well, I was looking for something to do since I was retired, and animals, I mean, for a while I owned a farm. So I was looking into organizations, and I checked out SPCA, and at the time, they looked good, but I did a little more research, and, they didn't kill for space as far as the dogs went. I toured the facility and came to an orientation, and they impressed me, and that was the beginning.
That's awesome. 10,000 hours, a lot of hours, 11 years. Can you think of one thing that's been basically the most rewarding thing to you here at the SPCA?
I can't come up with one thing. Between the when I started walk teams that we now do 6 days a week, it was an experiment. We didn't have any. All the way to the Chow Now pantry now, which is incredible, especially the new one that we opened up next to Pets in Need. The people are in tears when we have food for their pets. It's just incredible. They're just so ecstatic, and they can't thank us enough. Some of the people bring us the bags back that they've taken the pet food home to their dogs. They bring us those Ziploc bags back to use them again because they will save us money. It's just the community outreach of the SPCA, I think, is the biggest thing in this number of years that I've been there. It's just incredible.
Well, again, we can't thank you enough for all your dedication to the SPCA. You're a shining example for others, and I know there's talk from those that are close to you that they want to catch you sometimes. So you're going to have to stay for a while and keep that lead like the dogs are over the cats, okay? Okay. Thank you again, Judy. I think she might need some help getting some of this.
You don't have to take it all with you at once, I guess.
And I
I'll
believe
hold on
we're going
that
to
for
toss
you.
to a video now.
This gorgeous kitty's name is Lexi Luther. She was found as a stray in pretty rough shape. We knew that she was too sick for our TNR program. So when we found her, she was very, very skinny. She was severely matted. In fact, almost her entire back of her body was one giant mat. It turns out she had a lot of things going on. She was diabetic, and she was in something called diabetic ketoacidosis, which is a complication of diabetes. It can cause a lot of electrolyte abnormalities and make these kitties not just as ill as they are from diabetes, but also, more critically ill. Thankfully, she wasn't going into a crisis from it yet. She also had an ear infection, some bad teeth, roundworms, so just pretty much in bad shape. So when we got here, the first thing we did was we shaved that fur on her back. It was extremely painful for her. to get her some relief. And we've been treating those infections on her. It turns out she also had a urinary tract infection. That's something that's common in our diabetics because their urine basically is sugar water at that point and their immune system is down. So we've been treating that, and we've been working on getting her regulated on her insulin. She has been doing great. We have an amazing foster for her. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about Mickey, our other diabetic kitty. Well, that same foster has been taking care of her and doing such a good job because our diabetics do take, a little bit more intensive care. They need insulin twice a day and they come in for glucose checks, that type of thing. But she has been doing great. She's in a lot better shape. We're hoping that soon she's going to be strong enough to be adopted, but she is just a doll baby. So if you are someone that's had a diabetic cat and are kind of aware of those, kind of that medical treatment, she'd be a great cat for you. She's very, very sweet. Now she does have fur that needs a little bit more brushing, but she's so good for that. And so we're going to be looking for a special home for her. So if you are interested in taking in a gorgeous diabetic older kitty, she would be the kitty for you. Thanks a lot, guys.
Wow, what a story. And joining us again is Vice President of Medical Services, Dr. Jennifer Smith. Thank you again. Dr. Smith, a few questions. As we saw with Lexi, there were certainly some challenges. How do you approach cases like Lexi's?
Well, when we get a sick kitty in like that that's a stray, we don't have an owner that's coming to us saying, oh, hey, I'm feeding my cat, but she's losing weight. She's actually hungrier than normal or drinking normal. We're starting with nothing. So we don't know, was this just a pampered little kitty who got lost outside and didn't know how to survive on the street? Or is there something more going on? So usually we start with running some basic tests, and we found out that Lexi was diabetic pretty quickly.
So that's something that I never took into account. Whether it was common for cats to be diabetic. Is it common for diabetes in cats?
Yeah, it's actually one of the most common endocrine diseases that we see in older cats. We've had
I've got one.
We've had a few
Yep.
just in the past few years here at the SPCA. They say that about 1 in every 1 to 200 cats will develop diabetes during their lifetime.
And do you have any updates on Lexi?
When we have a chronic illness like that in a kitty, it can be tough to get them adopted. She looks really cute, but someone's got to be willing to take on all those veterinary costs. Lexi needs insulin twice a day.
Shots twice a day.
Yep, and special diets. But thankfully, we found the perfect adopter for her. I think these two were soulmates. I mean, they just came in and bonded immediately. So she is in her new family. She's doing great. We actually spoke to her foster just this week, checking in. We had some food that we gave to them for Lexi. So she is doing great. We're just so happy for her.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all the information, everything that you do. And we have Dr. Jennifer Smith, Vice President of Medical Services. Thank you.
We wanted to let,
are we still talking about the raffle?
We are.
Yeah.
I want to let them know that there's still time to get in on that raffle for a big green egg 13-inch Mini Max. It is a charcoal Komodo grill and smoker. It's perfect as a tableside cooker or for tailgating. All you have to do is donate $150 or more on a credit card, and your name will be entered. The drawing will happen for that winner and be held on Monday, this coming Monday, at 11:45 a.m. on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page.
All right, there's many ways you can give today. Of course, you can give us a call at 513-542-SPCA or 7722, or you can go online to spcacincinnati.org. Text AAPF 2024. That's AAPF 2024 to 41444, or better still, scan that QR code that's right there.
There's always a QR code on
yes,
TV.
That'll make it
Janine.
so easy.
They're constantly coming up behind me.
Right, you won't have to remember numbers or anything like that. Just take your phone and there you go. Isn't that amazing?
Quick and easy.
Okay, and now we want to bring in our sponsor. Come on in.
All right.
Well, we have
Mr.
Sprinkles leading the way.
Sprinkles the donut, Mr. Donut.
Oh, no.
How are you?
Donut.
Christy Ann, come on over here. I have Christy Ann Zimmerman representing Gilligan Family of Brands. Her and her husband, Chris, huge supporters of the SPCA, and through their company and personally. Chris is also on our board. We can't thank you enough for the support you've given us over the years and continue to do so. And of course, we love your family of brands. GoCo Shell with the pump promotion, and then the Dunkin room, and and you just name it. Everything. We got Poppy over there. Love your sandwich. I really do. So again, $15,000. That is just awesome. I mean,
Thank you.
It's almost makes me speechless. It's hard to believe. Everybody knows how much I like to talk, but thank you again.
My pleasure. We're very happy to be involved in such a great nonprofit, and we really enjoy our participation.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you again.
Beautiful.
Do I get to take this to the bank right away? Oh.
Take a picture and deposit it on your phone.
We'll buy you a lot of glazed donuts, wouldn't it?
I think they want some pictures here.
Yum.
Real quick.
All right. Should we do some pledges here?
I think so.
Kimberly Jouch of Cincinnati, $150 to add to the amount. In memory of Dixie Chick. She adopted Dixie Chick in 2001.
Aww.
And dog Juno and cat Hanks. They are rescues as well. And Richard Jackson, watching from Bromley, Kentucky, $15 in memory of Katie, Sandy, and Snow.
Thank you, Richard. And I want to say hello to Carolyn Remke from Cold Spring, KY, $100. Thank you, Carolyn, in memory of all her kitties who have passed over the Rainbow Bridge. They were lucky to have you. Lois Rowell from Fort Thomas also donating $100 in honor of Bella, Sarah, and Tegan. Once again, that number is 513-542-SPCA 7722.
Here's one from Team Cat. $20, Danae Cannon. You may recognize the name because she says they have fostered so many animals for the SPCA.
Yes.
$20 from our kitties, Princess, Roxy, and Black Magic. So thank you for that. Cheryl Bentley from all the Bentley dogs.
Bentley, huh?
The Bentley dogs.
The Bentleys of Hamilton. Thank you, Cheryl, for that.
Well, and my neighbor, Ken Stouter, who watches me every Tuesday and Saturday, also has adopted all his dogs from the SPCA.
Well, he better.
$150 in honor of Jack, Bess, and Blue. And he wants to thank the SPCA for all that we do.
Hey, Ken.
That's right. Mike knows where you live, so keep up the good work.
And then we also like to thank Judith Thackeray of Liberty for the $50 donation in memory of Barney Beagle. Also, Rose Hill of Cleves, Ohio. Speaking of Cleves, Ohio, $150 in memory of Shadows, Grumpers, and Fat Cat. Okay, I love
Grumpers, that's good.
And then I have another here is Margaret Tiller of Cincinnati. Thank you for your $50 donation in memory of Cinnamon, Kaylee Marie, Clara, Nicole, and Tinkerbell. One of my favorite names.
All right, and then we have Doug Davidson from Mason, Ohio, $50 from Doug and Ann. So Ann said, "Don't forget me. I'm part of this too." We have Sandra Sheehan from Cincinnati, $50 in memory of Buddy. So thank you all.
All right, I think we're going to talk Daisy again here. We've been talking about throughout the show. I remember seeing this on our shows on Local 12, the dog that was left tied to a stairwell, right? Mm-hmm. Left abandoned, tied to a stair banister. And not only was she starving when they found her, but she faced a lot of medical problems. The SPCA Cincinnati took her in, got her back to health again, and then placed her with a fantastic foster family. It's kind of a storybook ending. Or is it? Let's find out.
My name is Kyler Black. I'm an electrician.
I'm Morgan Petroselli. I do oncology nursing.
We were wanting to get a dog. We didn't know where to look exactly, so we kind of just did some soul searching around the area. I think we spent like 2-3 hours just roaming around.
Yeah.
Roaming around from place to place. And we eventually got to a point where we thought, like, okay, maybe like a dog isn't a good thing for today. And then we met Daisy. And they brought her in to meet us. And she just laid on my lap and just sat there. And I was like, babe, I'm taking this dog home.
It was a little rough right at the very beginning. I feel like she did very well, but it was kind of just getting her and Chester, my cat, acquainted. It was a very slow process, but now they're really good friends and they cuddle together in the crate. And, you know, she's adjusting really, really well and getting used to the routines, and she's just kind of made herself at home.
It was a challenge to figure out how often I should walk her and how much to feed her. She's very loving and needy.
Big highlight for her was the very first time she actually jumped in our bed for cuddles.
Oh my gosh.
She was all excited, and we covered her with all the blankets, and she just laid there and slept between the two of us for, you know, maybe about an hour.
She's a natural alarm clock too. She will let you know when it's time to wake up and eat breakfast and go outside.
Yeah, as I say, you can hear because her tail will thump on the wall next to the bed.
Surprisingly polite too. She's very, very nice to like little dogs and cats and stuff like that. She's not rough at all.
So she's just an absolute loving giant. She loves everybody she meets. I think Daisy's just changed my life, just by showing that even though she went through something really, really traumatic early in her life, how much they can really bounce back. And I think it really kind of shows you how much they appreciate the smaller things.
When we finally got her, I mean, like, it just changes everything. Like, you come home, she's there. You know, you wake up, she's there. You go to sit at your desk, she's there. You go to watch TV, she's definitely there. Do not get a dog that you haven't done research on, because you might not have as much of a success chance there. It takes patience. You know, you gotta do training. You gotta know how much you're gonna be spending for dog food and stuff like that. But it'll change your life. It will change your life for a lot of good reasons. These animals are very responsive to your emotions.
She gives her challenges, but the reward is, you know, through the roof. And I wouldn't have changed it. Yeah, I would not have changed anything at all, because she's been an amazing addition to the family.
Thank you, SPCA Cincinnati.
And that was a very happy ending. I met that beautiful couple, and they are just so loving and so grateful for Daisy. And again with us is Dr. Jennifer Smith, our VP of Medical Services. How long overall did Daisy spend here with us at SPCA Cincinnati before she was ready for her new home?
She was with us just over 5 months.
Okay. And then, I guess the real pressing question too is, will Daisy ever face more medical challenges?
You know, thankfully, she was a great healer. We caught the heartworm infection before she had any complications from it. So I expect her to have a normal, healthy life now.
That's so exciting. And then, finally, anything else you'd like to add about Daisy?
You know, just watching that video, this was a dog that was just left to starve, tied up where she couldn't even get her own food or anything. So to have our humane agents rescue her, and then to see her with her family now getting all the love and attention that she just deserves. I mean, that is why we are here. That is what the SPCA is all about. And it just makes me so proud of this organization. So please help us keep helping dogs like Daisy.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Smith.
Thanks.
And thank you all for your pledges and donations. I want to give another big thank you to the Gilligan Company, the Gilligan family of brands, Dunkin, GoCo Shell, and Popeyes for sponsoring today's Adopt a Pet. Remember, you can visit these Shell stations and help support SPCA Cincinnati. Just pull up to the pump, and every penny per gallon saves a life, and it adds up here at the SPCA Cincinnati.
Yeah, thank you, Nikita. We're getting late in the game here. Still time to send your pledges in. We have another member of Team Cat that I think Denise is going to join us with right now. Looking for a comfy home with lots of
Team Cat.
toys and comfy beds. And who do we have here, Denise?
Oh, well, first of all, we have Maya, the beautiful Maya, joining us today to help us. And we have Chestnut here. Chestnut is also a female. She is 3 months old, and she's cheering on. She's saying, come on, go, cats. We need to get the money up. Come on.
Come on, Team Cat.
Donate. Say, come on, Team Cats. Say, Maya, can you say, come on, Team Cats?
Come on, Team Cats.
That's right.
That doesn't do it nothing well. 513-542-SPCA or 7722. And again, Denise reminding us all the animals here today will be available in just a few minutes at 1 o'clock.
Few minutes at 1 o'clock.
That's right. Today at SPCA Cincinnati, we're at 11900 Conray Road in Sharonville. And again, if more than one person is interested, we'll have a lottery, a little drawing. For,
I heard
cats.
Denise is going to make them arm wrestle.
Oh, no, I'm weak.
Thank you.
All right, I got a pledge here. I want to give a shout out to Lynn Loth Mason. Lynn Loth from Mason, who donated $50 from her dog, Sunny. They say they love the SPCA, of course. And thank you to Ashley Miller from Springdale, who donated $50. She says, in July, we adopted Max, the sweetest, cuddliest, and happiest addition to our lives. And the SPCA made the process so memorable and simple. Thank you. Very nice. And thank you to Mary Anderson from Cincinnati, $50 in honor of her cat, Jessie, that she got from the SPCA 14 years ago. How about that? And Daisy Henderson of Blue Ash, $50 from Daisy and her dog, Gabby. Thank you very much for your donations. We certainly appreciate it.
Want some more?
I want some more.
You want some more? Want some classic hits for dog
Lay it on
names?
us.
Yeah.
More cats, more often.
For the dog's Cinnamon Girl.
Oh, I see.
And
Oh.
Instant Karma.
Oh, gonna get you.
Randy and Marilyn Glazer of Cincinnati. Obviously music fans, as well as cat fans. They have the dogs that I just named, and they have cats named Indy, Kitty, Donovan.
Oh, love it.
And Patience, $100 from Randy and Marilyn. Thank you very much. And Jennifer Gatton, thank you. From Mainville in wonderful Warren County, $25. Thank you, Jennifer.
Well, I have a few. James Ackery from Midland, $25 from James and his dog Diesel. And we have Sandy McGuffey from Okeana, $100 in memory of rescues Gwen and Casey, and new rescues Gray, a cat, and Zoe, a dog. So thank you.
Love that.
So I gained my love for animals through my grandmother in Oklahoma. And so my favorite program here at SPCA Cincinnati is the Pets for Peoples program. And it's about matching SPCA Cincinnati senior pets, dogs over 5 years old, with senior companions here in our community. Adoption fees are waived for seniors aged 55 and older who do not yet own a companion animal. This program is funded through the generosity of Josephine Shell Russell Charitable Trust, PNC Bank trustee. Take a deep breath. During the past 5 years, 118 pets have found their person through this special program.
I love that.
I'm just excited I'm qualified for a discount, Mike.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Amazing.
You know, and I'd like to give a shout out to Nikita. Nikita does the most wonderful job of posting things on social media, on Facebook, and I just, every day, I'm checking that SPCA on Instagram.
Can I tell you my secret?
What's your secret?
I got a little special person called Sydney Ragland, who
Sydney's
is our
doing that?
communications assistant. She's
Wonderful.
been doing a fantastic job in the last 6
She's
to 9
behind the
months.
scenes right now.
She's behind the scenes right now producing the show. Without her beautiful creative mind, she's taking it to a new level.
Oh, it is so much
has.
fun. I want to give a shout out to Sydney's parents in Hamilton because I know they're watching right now. And that is great. You do a fantastic job. That just
Sydney.
makes my day. All the little comments and everything, but wonderful.
Mike runs the TikTok, right? Can you do that?
Yeah,
Mike runs the
totally
TikTok.
is fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not happening, sorry. I don't even have a Facebook account.
What? It happens. Yeah. How are we doing on time? So you still have time to donate.
Okay, we're going to toss to a video. Okay.
Hi, welcome to SPCA. Can I help you?
I need to surrender Miss Maggie.
Okay, and what
unfortunately, I just can't take her with me.
And is she good with kids, dogs?
Oh yeah, she's about 2 years old. She's great with everybody. She loves kids, loves to play with other dogs. She's housebroken, walks really well, and I wish I could keep her, but I was moving overseas and I couldn't find anyone to take her.
Okay. Well, I'll have you fill out some questions about her, and then we can get her all settled in.
All right, thank you so much.
Hi, Maggie. How are you? Hi. Out from head to toe. We're gonna make sure you're spayed. Oh, good. We can see a scar, and we're gonna give you your vaccines and your microchip. You're gonna get started on your monthly heartworm and flea prevention. All right, Maggie, let's get you to your room. You get to go in the Dunkin room. And maybe you'll even get to go on TV on Local 12.
I'm Ron. I'm a volunteer here. We're gonna walk. Yeah, we're gonna be friends. We walk every dog every day.
I'm Maria. We're gonna go for a nice walk today in the park. Are you ready? Come on, let's go take a walk. I'm a volunteer here. It's time to go out. Come on.
Hi, Maggie. Do you know how to sit? Good girl. Wanna walk a little bit? I'm gonna make you look beautiful for your front room, okay? Yes, I am. Come on, Maggie. Let's go see your face. Let's go see her. Here, Maggie, look. Say hi, this is Maggie. She's 2 years old. What is she?
Oh, hello.
She's a good little dog.
Hello. There you go. Hello. Kisses.
She loves you. Hi.
Yeah. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Maggie. I know you're going home, sweetheart. All right, I got her some treats in here. There's some toys in this bag. All the information on her medical record. If you have any questions, please give us a call at any time. Thank you so much for giving her her forever home.
Thank you. We're so excited.
Bye, Maggie. We're going to miss you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Maggie.
They have an incredible journey coming through these shelter doors, so love that video. I just want to remind everyone out there that there's still time to donate today and through Sunday to get in on that raffle for the Big Green Egg, the 13-inch Mini Max. It is a charcoal Komodo. There we go. Grill and smoker. It's perfect as a tableside cooker or for tailgating. You can donate $150 on a credit card, and your name will be entered. The drawing for the winner will happen this Monday coming up at 11:45 a.m. live on SPCA Cincinnati's Facebook page.
Can they still do that after we're off here, right?
Absolutely.
If it's over $150? Okay.
Absolutely. Credit card.
Credit card.
My credit card.
And still donate. Plenty of ways to do that. Still, even though we're about to go off the air here at 513-542-7722.
Yeah, continue donating. You saw, if you're tuned in for the 3 hours, all that we do for the community. We need help with our Chow Now pantry, our shelter-to-shelter program, all the dogs that are humane and cats that our humane agents deal with. You saw Daisy, a prime example. We're dealing with that on a daily basis. And all that takes money. And you know what? Cincinnati is probably one of the most generous places I've ever lived in my life. People here, when we bring in hurricane dogs, they come out to rescue them and give them forever homes, or they donate money to help us, continue caring for those animals. So I can't thank you enough, Cincinnati, for what you do for us. And of course, all of you, great friends at Local 12, GRR, even now retired.
Yeah, thanks for coming out of retirement.
Oh,
for
well,
this.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I need a nap.
friends for 28 years. So we're gonna wrap this up. Looks like game over, man.
Oh, game over.
It's going to be tough for the kitty cats. Tough for the kitty
We're going to
cats.
go to a final tote that's sponsored by Chamberlain Owen, CPAs. Let's see who won.
Oh, wow. We all won.
We all won. Well, that's what I was. Cats made a comeback. All right.
Dramatic plot twist.
Wow.
The Cats pulled ahead.
Must have been the transfers through the portal that pulled us.
Yeah. How about that?
That is awesome.
It's Canada.
We
after all.
actually
Cats
won.
won.
Way to go, Paul.
I think I'm going to retire now.
Thanks to our sponsors
Go out on
again.
top.
Yes.
The silver sponsors, Judy Reckner Associates, Peter Cambellos, Imes, Gilligan Family of Brands. Thank you so much, everyone in Cincinnati. Have a great day. Have a great year.
I was getting ready for the big game when my glasses got taken out. But we stopped at iMart Express. I got 2 pairs with progressives for under $80, and I was in the stands in time to see my favorite player step up to the plate.
Get glasses, go Sage.
Just a few minutes of your day can mean a lifetime for pediatric patients, cancer patients, and trauma victims in our community. Hawksworth Blood Center makes it easy for you to donate blood with 7 neighborhood donor centers across the tri-state area, including Anderson, Blue Ash, Clifton, Fort Mitchell, Westchester, Tri-County, and Western Hills. Schedule your blood donation at hawksworth.org and save a life today.
On our camping trip, my glasses went for a swim, but I found an iMart Express while my family went fishing. They took my insurance. I got a free second pair, and they had me back at the lake in time for s'mores.
Get glasses, go see.
Congratulations, you're on gun buyback duty at the grocery store over on Ashland.
What does that entail?
People turn in guns, you give them a grocery gift card, no question.